almost see no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks. Hey, anybody notice this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
What's up, you big old bitches? I made you wait again, specifically to piss y'all off in the chat because you bunch of fat bitches. How you guys doing? And speaking of fat bitches, real quick. Speaking of fat bitches.
Where's this going?
Thank you, Derek. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you. No, I was going to do it, but then I was like, no, she's not fat. I can't. She might. I don't know how to feel. You know? Oh, love you, Derek Cuda. He's also not fat either, but still, I had to do something. I had to get out of it. Welcome to the show, Blabs. I'm so glad.
Hello.
So
hi, chat.
I've been telling.
Like button.
I've been telling.
Oh,
Amanda.
You know, I'm awake and it's very late for me because I'm Great Granny Blabs. Basically, I go to bed like 9 o'clock. So this is me partying it up right now because it's like 9:40.
But do you ever feel like you're missing something in life, Blabs?
Yes, more sleep.
Because that's, dude, I don't know what it is, man. But like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I'm like,
nothing good ever happens after 2 in the morning. What are you doing?
What? No, it's like the witching hour is at 3. I'll open my shades. I live on this like mountainous area, and you can just see the city and the like twinkling lights. I'll light some candles. I'll put a fire on my fireplace. I'll make some stomach pancakes. Turn on a really nice slow video. God, there's nothing like that. There's nothing that compares.
What do you do?
To
like fly around on a broom at like 2 in the morning?
No.
Is it like witching hour? Is that what you just said?
No, it is. There is not long enough to be a broom. It's like a dust. It's like a little duster. Right. What are we talking about? The same thing? Anyways, no. I just don't, dude. When people, I have friends, and they're like, "Yeah, I go to bed at like 9 p.m." and I'm like, "But you're missing out on all the fun."
Dude, when you get up at 4 in the morning, you just don't care. You're just like, "Yeah, you guys have fun for me. I'm good."
Bro, I would find the nearest 12 gauge and I would eat it for breakfast if I had to wake up at 4 in the morning. Yeah, no, it'd be Kurt Cobain all time. It'd be a closed casket funeral, 100%.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, I'll be shirtless.
Dark real fast. We've been live for less than 4 minutes.
I'll be shirtless, but just have a bag over my head. Man, his chest looks great. Why is there a bag over his head? You don't want to lift that shit up because it looks like a bowl of spaghetti.
Ew, you're ruining pasta for me. Stop.
Dude, oh my god, I love spaghetti. Anyways, Derek Cuda, I love you. Wait, Lizzo's fat? Oh my god, the lady knows her way around a hoagie. That's for damn sure. Speaking of hoagies, real quick, Billy Hatcher with $100 super chat already. The guy's a maniac. Hot diggity. Damn. Thank you, Billy. Says time to get this stream started, and this is also for Shani Duck. I appreciate you so much, Billy. I love you. Right there, a fourth of the way to Nugget Snake and Slaglust, of course. He's always there for the Goomba. Thank you so much, Billy. Thank you, Derek Cuda. And thank you, Billy Hatcher. So, officially, welcome, Blabs. I'm glad you came on. Do you, and I was kind of like researching your content and stuff. Like, what is your main, like, platform that you do? Or,
Twitch and Kick. I don't really use YouTube. Actually, I've only just started my YouTube like 2 weeks ago. I randomly put shorts on it every once in a while. I'm like, this will go up there. I'm just kind of bullshitting YouTube right now. I don't really use it.
Dude, that's how it works, because I just got my editors working I'm like, shift your focus from my alt channel to my Facebook, because I've never touched my Facebook. I have like 1,000 followers, and I never post on it. It's been like a year.
Post like exclusives on Facebook, see what happens.
Yeah, so I'm like, dude, you guys like edit your own shit. You won't make your own memes, share memes you think that are funny, and just freaking flood that shit. And they started doing it. So like, there's posts every like couple minutes on there, and they're interacting with people, and people are like liking it and seeing it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we got the Facebook rolling, but you got to cover all your bases. You know, it's like you throw a dart at a wall. You got to hope something sticks. You know what I'm saying?
I just kind of throw anything on the YouTube. It's mostly just Harry Potter related because obviously nerd, but like I just stream on Kick and Twitch for the most part. And I have an Instagram, but it's mostly Harry Potter stuff too. Because
it's just Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, it's just nerd.
If let's assume, you know, maybe whether it's Kick, Twitch, or it's YouTube or whatever the hell, if like somehow your YouTube blew up, and you were just making like, you know, fist over chicken wings of just money, would you leave your 4 a.m. job?
Oh Oh yeah, I would fucking leave it any day.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna be like, no, it's for the children. I love them. I didn't know.
No, I'm literally the only employee in the building when I work. I mean, it's great because I don't have to talk to anyone really.
Oh
But
my
I'd rather
God.
just sleep, bro. If I can actually make the same amount of money and sleep, that'd be
Do you know what
great.
time I woke up today, Blabs?
Like after 12, because I had texted you like around 11.
Yes.
Make
It was-
sure if we were okay for today.
It was 2 p.m. 2
What time
p.m.
did you go to bed at?
4:30.
Literally,
Yeah.
when you wake up, like when you go to bed is when I wake up. I wake up
Yeah.
at 4:15 on the dot.
You got that sweet YouTube money. I don't got to go to work at 4 a.m. like Rodicus. What's up, Rod? I'm glad. I actually had the same dream, but it was like the other way around last night. What's up, Rod? How you doing? And you don't want that shit. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, it's probably like the Ark of the Covenant. Like your face would just fall off. So you gotta be careful. pH balance, I'll be wild. So anyway.
Really?
Anyways. But do you have like a goal, or is that like something you want to be?
Well,
like
the thing was, I never started out as a streamer. So here's my story. I'll start off like, I think it was 2020 or 2021 where I discovered Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah.
And I was watching Jeremy do like one of his D-Day Cobra streams. And I remember him saying like how he was setting up a thing to bring more writers onto the G&G website. And I was like, I'm unemployed at the moment. I kind of want to share my thoughts out there because every time I shared my thoughts on my private Facebook page, I get shit on because they weren't the right way of thinking and stuff like that about pop culture. You know, I was shitting on Black Hermione. I was like, listen, everybody's life matters.
That's so funny because I was about to say, she said something bad about black people. So I was shitting on Black Hermione. But who doesn't, though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was ridiculous. I was like, she's not black, sorry. So I ended up writing like 3 articles that I did like a whole bunch of research for and everything. And I wrote them all out and I sent them to Jeremy in an email. I was like, hi, I'm so-and-so. I said my real name and all that. I was like, I'd like to write for your website. Can I come in? But like, for some reason, when I sent it through the G&G website, it went through the void. Like, he just never got it. And at that time, I had already known who Jay was, Drunk 3PO, because I'm like, went and like modeled like one of his t-shirts or whatever it was. So he was already following me on my private Instagram. He knows who I am before G&G. And I was like, listen, I'm trying to get a hold of Jeremy. I want to see if I can write articles for the website. And I had never written before, really. I just kind of threw my thoughts. I was like, there we go. And he was like, sure, like, you know, I'll let him know he's looking for your email, but he didn't want to give me his email, just, you know, in case he didn't want it. But then I went to like Jeremy's Twitter account and then I saw like his email then, I guess. And so I emailed him. He forwarded to Alex, who's the editor-in-chief of the website. And Alex brought me on, and I was like, I need a name. And I was talking to my mom about a name because I didn't want to put my real name out there. And so mom's like, oh, Blabbering Collector, because you collect a lot of Harry Potter stuff and you never shut up. So it became that, and they brought me on. And then at the same time as I came on to G&G, so did another writer named Jed, the Hollywood Scholar, and he's still part of G&G. He's like lives in Florida now. He does a bunch of stuff with like the G&G content house and all that. He's the ginger one, if anyone's confused. Yeah. And so like he invited me onto his stream, and I never streamed in my life. I was like, what the fuck is this? I need a microphone, huh? Like I knew nothing. At that time I had an all-in-one PC, and now I have like a tower and everything. But I didn't know shit about streaming. I didn't come in here to stream. I was just like, I'm gonna write my things. He's like, let's talk about Harry Potter and play Lego video games. I was like, okay. And then from there on, it just kind of blew up. Like I met Mike, Lethal Lightning, Raging Rhino. I streamed with like Ryan and Gary and everybody. And it just kind of tumbled into that. And then last year in October, I went to the G&G meetup and met Stuttering Craig. And then he asked me to come on Side Scrolls. And originally it was only supposed to be like a one a week type of deal, but then I became a permanent host. And now here I am. I just kind of do a whole bunch of streaming stuff, which was never my intention. And I do like, I have my own Kick and my Twitch, and yeah.
You strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, it was never my intention to be a streamer, but yeah, here I am. So, woohoo.
And your name should have been Based Bloobs.
Bloobs. Yeah, well, it's too late now because now it's just Blabs. Because they were like, what are we going to call you? We can't just call you Blabbering Collector every time. And I was like, Blabs? And they're like, okay. And it just stuck.
If I was you, I would change my name to Based Blabs. And then I would.
Well, that's what people call me sometimes.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
people already know you as, but and I would go to Twitter immediately, and once per day, I would be like, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I hate Black Hermione every day.
Oh, I do. I wrote goes about it every time. Every time there's this thing about Hermione and all that, I'm just like, she's not black. She's not black. And I wrote like a whole research paper pointing out every single time that Hermione is given evidence of being white. And there was even one when I was listening to the other day where it was like J.K. Rowling describes Hermione as being like getting a bruise on her face, and she says half a panda because she got one black eye. You don't call a black person half a panda because they're obviously all black, right?
Yeah.
There's no white on them. So
yeah,
there's another thing there.
Michael Jackson, he's kind of white. Was. But that was
vitiligo lately, has he?
That was vitiligo. Now he's just a skeleton. But like if he back in the day, he was white as hell.
Mm-hmm. You know? So yeah.
I mean, it could happen. Like, you know, I don't know what happens when you get vitiligo. Is you start paying taxes and shit.
What?
What?
Was that English? Does anyone know what he just said? He's like English.
Come on. Somebody in the chat. Let's go. Come on. Give me something for that one. That was a good one. Right? Hey, we. All right, whatever. Fuck it. I'm trying to be a little racist, you know, for fun.
Oh, go ahead.
Just for a little fun. Just a little fun racism. But no one cares. No one cares about my racism anymore. God. You know, you try real hard to make people laugh, and they just don't care. Your dad finally shows up, Outlaw 2. Oh, my God. All right, anyways. So, thank you, Outlaw 2, for attributing to my joke. But that's it. And that, dude, that sounds to me like it's time to strike while the iron's.
Yeah, so I've just been doing a bunch of stuff. I do the Full Aussie, which is like a group of us. We have a channel every Saturday, and on Wednesday mornings, the guys do a stream. So, like, we're always doing stuff. Yeah,
and I would just be pumping shit out. Then you want to go to
because like the new Harry Potter show is coming out, and so eventually when it starts like actually building stuff up, there's nothing to talk about right now. They haven't even made cast announcement. We don't know who's director, writer, nothing besides J.K. Rowling being involved in it.
I'm gonna be doing Bloobs.
Gonna do so much stuff about that.
You should be fucking every day a rumor video about like a different rumor.
I don't want to do that.
Listen, damn it. Listen, Blabs, I'm trying to save you from 4 a.m. live. All right. So like you put out.
I'm not gonna make up rumors because I want to be reliable.
Join a forum and you find rumor. Don't make one up, damn it. I'm not saying find rumors, use some sources from some random bullshit, and then like Overlord DVD, I think his name is, did, and with like Star Wars and shit. And then when the show comes out, then you can start reviewing the episodes and talk about character theories and shit, bro. And if you want
to talk about theories and all, but I don't want to talk about rumors yet when there's literally nothing out there. There is nothing.
Because you get bloobs. Look, you get the algorithm's gonna be like, damn, the Bloober and Blabs based is just pumping out Harry Potter show content. No one else really is right now. And then as soon as the show comes out, the algorithm already knows you talk about that shit. And it's just like, bam, and you're getting 100K per vidya. You're rich, you're famous, 4 a.m., never again, bro. I'm trying to save you.
Save me from the 4 a.m. life.
I care about you, Blabs. I don't know if you've read the DMs between me and other people, but I care about you deeply, and I just don't want you
wait, did you just say me and other people that I'm supposed to have read?
Yes. That's the whole point.
Okay.
I send DMs to people strategically in hopes that they would show you, and they just never do.
No, sorry.
Usually people are all about the drama, and I don't know why. Like none of these women are.
I kind of go like this when it comes to drama. Like, aye.
Here's a screenshot of what Camelot said about you. Yeah, no, I don't really say anything, to be honest. But
I was gonna say, I'm like, what would you say? We streamed to like twice, 3 times before. You talked about GameStop, and then I think you yelled about like Alabama.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah. It doesn't take much for a man. You know, you can just come face to face with a woman who you find attractive, and then you make this whole life in your head. And like you're like in my head, well, hypothetically, in my head, we've been married for 20 years.
Oh,
we have 3 kids, very successful life, very happy.
What are our kids' names?
Ayrton.
Divorced.
Samantha. What?
You know.
What? Ayrton Senna.
What the fuck kind of name is Ayrton? It sounds like Ayrton.
How dare you? Ayrton Senna, greatest Formula 1 driver of all time, died at Imola Speedway, head-on collision. At the height of his
alimony.
Prime. Alimony?
Yeah.
I can't believe this. I can't. Ayrton, what would you name our children, Blabs?
I really like the name Colin.
Colin? Oh, God. It's like the 90s all over again. White kids. All right,
Oliver, James, Michael.
Oliver, James?
Yeah. I'm a normal person. I name them after normal people, not freaking Ayrton.
John.
It sounds like someone sneezing. Ayrton. Oh, bless you.
Chris.
Nah, too many Chris's in the world.
Brandon. There's already, you know how many James there are?
There's not that many James anymore. Everyone's freaking named like Shanae now and stuff like that.
Oh, now you're just being racist again. I just really can't stand Black Hermione. I don't know why. Like, I'm just so sick of Hermione's everywhere. There's too damn many of them. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Black Hermione, so I don't know if you've seen this, and this is something I was really excited to talk about today. But so, and I want people in the chat to give me their opinion on this, because I'm seeing this so damn often, and I just feel like it's the people doing this have to be like having such a great time with this. But I keep seeing articles every single day.
Black Hermione. This is the segue.
Yeah, this is Black Hermione. So every single day I see an article, and it's like Lizzo shows off her new dress and looks absolutely stunning. She's so beautiful. And I'm like, you know, the person that wrote this, because it's a small, thin white lady. I already looked it up. The person that wrote this is laughing their ass off when they write the headline for it. Because, you know, they're just trying to get engagement on their post, and they know that people are going to trip balls. Because if they actually thought she was beautiful, they wouldn't get offended when you say you look like Lizzo. They'd be like, oh, because, you know, if I told you, you know, Blabs, if I was like, damn, Blabs, you looking slick as hell, you look just like Lizzo today, you'd be like, what the fuck, motherfucker? Divorce?
Yeah, I feel like an elephant. Or...
triple alimony this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like all these articles keep coming out. It's like, yeah, she's so gorgeous and beautiful and so stunning. And I'm like, bro, she literally looks like when you take a vanilla cone that's 2 scoops and then you dip it in the chocolate and you pull it out.
Looks like the melting actually off a cone where the chocolate just kind of melts.
Yeah, exactly. It's you pull it out of the little dippy doodle, you put it on the counter for 20 minutes, and then you take a picture of it. That's
if you also pay attention to the wording of the article, she says Lizzo flaunts her gorgeous curves. They're changing what the definition of a curve is.
You want to know what a curve is?
She doesn't have curves. She's got obesity.
She's just got the obesity. She's got the obesity, Blabs, and she needs this is what a curve is. You want to see what? Look at my shoulder, my right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
This is a curve.
Mm-hmm.
See that goes whoop and then up. That's a curve. All right. Mm-hmm. A bunch of cellulite and random floppy bits is not curves. That's a lot of damn curves.
That's just obesity and excessive fat.
Formula One wouldn't even have a race on her ass. That's how many curves her ass has. All right, too many.
She wouldn't be able to fit in one of those cars.
God, no.
She'd probably deflate the tires, or it would go really down to the ground. You wouldn't be able to drive it.
Oh no,
everything would just smack.
It would be scraping the whole time. It'd be scraping the whole time, because you got to be like 140 freaking pounds to even get in them bitches, and you know, you have to be in shape. And obviously, she's not. But this is the thing that is affecting young people, and you know, anyone. So there's a reason why 71% of people in America are overweight or obese. Whereas it was like 30% like 20, 30 years ago. Right?
Yeah, but that's is from a whole bunch of factors.
That's a lot of factors. There's process.
One where everyone's working constantly all the time, doesn't actually have time to do exercise because everyone just sits at a desk all day, right? And then when they're done, they're too tired to do all that stuff. They just want to go to bed or whatever it is. They don't want to exercise when they've already been doing so much work, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing. Then they have all these food regulations that nobody actually has in the rest of the world because everyone else eats mostly clean. And here in America, like, that's totally good for you. Let's put that chemical in there and all that processed food. Yeah. And everyone always eats McDonald's all the time. And the serving sizes are like 10 times too big for what you actually need.
Yep.
So like, there's a lot of factors in there.
Yeah. And also other factors is the fact that and the thing that keeps you from getting your ass too big, Blabs, is eventually you're gonna look in the mirror and be like, God, my ass is fat. I need to do something. And then you'll go to you'll like be feeling bad about yourself, and you're like, man, I really need a push to go to the gym. And then one of your friends, like your female friends, like in 1994, will be like, damn, Blabs, your ass is fat. But now they'll be like, you're perfect, Blabs, and you should just even eat whatever you want. And then you get that mind frame, you're like, well, I mean, what is the point? I just want to be happy. And then you get to 400 pounds. Then it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Just flashed before your eyes, and it's over. GG's.
No, and dude, I know people that are that weight, and we'll eat dinner. You know, I'll have friends come over, and they're big, 380 pounds, and we'll eat dinner. Right? We order some pizza. I eat me 3 slices, drink a brew, and I sit down and we like start watching a movie or whatever, what have you. And then like the Fran that's that big, they ate like 5 slices of pizza, which is whatever. That's a lot, but whatever. And then they sit down and then they start eating like handfuls of like barbecue chips. And then like go make a sandwich. And then they start eating 2 ice cream sandwiches stacked. And I'm like, bro, like they ate 3,000 calories just sitting on the couch after we already ate dinner, right?
Yeah, I can't do that. I don't know how people do that.
Oh, well, obviously you can't. Look at you. You don't have a fat ass, you know?
I mean, I have an ass. It's not a fat ass.
You know what
Everyone
I
has an
mean.
ass.
I said fat ass. Fat. Unless you were like, so there's some girls in my gym and they like have pinched waist and like really nice, like I call them potato backs because their backs are muscular and they have really nice cap shoulders and they have fucking fat round asses because they do kickbacks. And if you poke them, they're hard as a rock. Their ass cheeks.
Do you go around poking women's asses at the gym? Just be like,
yeah.
Firm.
Well,
grade A shit.
It's girls that I've worked out with before. And when you get
Not
close
firm.
to people, you know, they're slapping my
grade.
ass. I'm slapping their ass. It's just how we do things, you know?
Wiggles.
You're not close friends with people when you fuck with each other like that?
No.
It has to do with the 4 a.m. thing, doesn't it?
I guess you were like that in college, but then you just grow out of it. I don't really go around doing that.
You're not. How old are you, Bloobs?
27.
Bro, I'm like in my mid-30s. I'm 33. Me and my bros, we slap each other's
Alabama,
asses.
you guys develop late. It's all right.
Oh. Look at my forehead wrinkles. Does this look like late development to you? No.
I meant mentally, but that's fine.
You understand how much depression I battle every day? I am a full-grown adult, baby. What's up? Come on now. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of that ass slap. Come on.
No, I never said it was anything. As long as they're your friends.
Damn, Blabs don't open the door, boys. All right, so let me hit some super chats. Helena, I love you. I appreciate you. Derek Cuda, my boy, I love you. Appreciate you. J1 says, Camelot, you legend. Here's 2 for you. Hey, Blabs. Thank you so much. Slaglus says, hey, Blabs, what does Krista Nova smell like?
Sunshine and daisies?
Yeah, I hugged her once, like last year. And
I've hung out with her. She smells like a normal human being.
She smells great. She's at that size. Krista's that size where I kind of want to pick her up and run around with her.
Yeah, she's really tiny.
Nothing sexual. Just I just want to pick her up and run with her.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, wee! I don't know why. Sounds fun. Love you, Cody. I'm out. Send me those studies. I ain't sending you shit, Helena. You get the hell out of here. I love you. I appreciate
What studies are we talking about here?
Oh, just bullshit about fat people. She don't believe the fats, even though if you can walk outside and look in any direction, you just see freaking 400-pound dudes and women everywhere.
Interesting.
I told you before the show started, I was bowling earlier, right? One of my boys, we went bowling. Dude, like every single person was fucking fat. Every single person's fat at the bowling alley. Every one of them. Why are you all fat as hell? We're throwing balls, and they're all throwing it awkwardly because they can't like get past their fat ass. They had to go. Argh.
I once threw the bowling ball behind me. It was kind of like a reenactment of the bowling on Wii Sports. It was pretty pathetic. And the worst part was it was an Olympian's like younger sister. And I'm like, I almost took out a freaking Olympian sister.
So I take it you're not much of a golfer, right?
How do you get golfing and bowling together?
It's a reference that I was hoping you would get to strengthen our future marriage and divorce, but I guess
wait, divorce like 5,000 times now. Sorry.
Billy Hatcher says, "How blabby is Blabs on a daily basis?"
I talk a lot.
Yeah, it works. It works for a show. You don't talk much on side scrollers that much.
No, it's usually Adam just dog piles sometimes, and I sometimes have to shut him up. Like, nah.
Why does Adam not fix his camera freezing?
Oh, dude, it drives me crazy. I just call him OBS. Every time
I'm watching you guys' show and I'm just watching it and I just watch Adam freeze.
He's just the biggest. He's such a derp. Like
he's like Baba Debba.
Yeah, and he's still talking, but he's like frozen in the most awful forms. Yeah.
Like, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Well, he spent like hours trying to fix it, and it's funny, right? The more technology you have, and the higher up in technology, like the more problems you have.
It is. I'll tell Adam right now. Stop using USB and cam links. Use an HDMI to a capture card, and you never have to worry about that shit again.
I think that's what he has, honestly.
Something he needs to throw his camera out the window and get a new one.
Well, go tell him that. Text him right now and be like, "You suck."
I'm gonna text him literally that. You suck. That's it. No, no context needed.
That works.
Oh my gosh. Fire PA says, gun to your head, Cody. You have to pick which to listen to on repeat. Tempo music versus trap music. Trap music.
What the fuck is trap music?
Trap music's like awful rap. That's all. That's the best way I can describe it. Like,
no thanks.
You know how
is neither an option?
Yeah, I wish. She put gun to your head. What? Oh, wait. The third option is die. I would choose that.
Wait a second. Actually. Tim Pool has music. I've never listened to Tim Pool in my life, so.
Yeah, it sounds like mid 2000s like metalcore stuff. It's whatever. But yeah, no, like trap music. So rap music, you know, you probably have heard like maybe rap music in the 2000s and stuff. And there's some stuff out there that was pretty good and stuff that was bad. But trap music is like a 4/4.
Is it like all the new rap music today that you don't understand anything you're just saying because they're
Yeah,
just
it's like
mumbling
it's
and
like
like the way
4/4
just
beat.
like,
It's like 4/4 beat, and then it's like like that's the whole.
it's all
That's
about
every
like fucking
song.
women and
And
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and every single subject matter for every song is like stiff cock, fucking bitches. Like every single, I got money, stiff cock, fucking bitches, and I'm like, oh my god, like I don't. This makes me not want to fuck bitches listening to this. To be honest,
Why are you gay?
yeah, are you gay? Why are you gay? Who
Why
said
are
I'm
you
gay?
gay?
You are gay. Oh my gosh. Derek Kuda says Lizzo's so fat when she applied for Biggest Loser TV show. They said sorry, there's a weight limit. My God.
Yikes.
You know what's gonna happen? Now I think the pendulum will swing back and it'll start being cool amongst the newest generation to be fit.
Skinny.
Yeah. So I think it's the pendulum will swing back and it'll be the cool thing amongst the newest generation will be getting fit and being level-headed and laid back. And that's going to completely throw everything on its head. Because politicians obviously will see that and they'll be like, oh yeah, we're laid back too. We hate gays. You know, it'll be immediate, right? So it'll happen so fast. But yeah, I think what's going to happen if we continue on this like route, like people like Lizzo will die like at 37 or 38, and they'll be like, "Oh, we have no idea what happened."
She's gone so soon, so unexpected, so suddenly.
So unexpected. I can't believe it. It's like, dude,
So
she's in a
anyways.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Samantha says, just wanted to pop in and say hello, my peoples. I'm in Louisiana, celebrate my birthday, which is Monday. Love you. Happy birthday, Samantha.
Happy birthday, Samantha.
Keep on the journey. Get on it, doggone it. I love you. Thank you so much, Samantha. And that puts us one pink boy away from a rainbow knot with Billy Hatcher leading the damn way, 2 gold boys, and almost 90 from halfway to Naked Snake. Thank you guys so much. Oh, now we're just telling Lizzo jokes. This is what the stream's gonna turn into. Lizzo's so fat that she has her own gravitational pull and sucks in
What she did, Death Star?
God, man.
That's not a moon, that's a spaceship. It's Lizzo's ass.
And you know what would happen, Blabs? If she lost weight, everybody would call her a fat shamer and she would lose popularity.
That's what I did with Adele, with Rebel Wilson.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I will not lie. I think both of them got really too skinny almost, especially Rebel Wilson. It's like, hey, it's a bit too skinny for you. I think you should have been a little bit heavier.
Yeah. When you get on that journey, like when I first started hitting the gym when I was 24, I started like I didn't know at the time, but it was like a cut diet. And I was taking in like 12 to 1400 calories. And I was working out every day, man. And I started loving it. And I started seeing progress like fast and like immediate. So like 4 or 5 months in of this, and with no cheat meals at all, 0. 5 months in, I was shredded. But I was little. I look back at pictures now and I was really little, but I was shredded. I was like 147 pounds. And I just continued doing it. And I was like, because I was like obsessed with getting more and more
image and everything.
Yeah. And then I started doing the opposite where I was trying to eat more and then gain weight. And then now I think I figured out kind of the diet restrictions and how to stay a certain way or get there. And it takes a long time to build muscle mass, like years and years and years. It's rough, man. It's rough. So
it's a hard knock life.
Yep.
For Cody.
Unless you do steroids, then it takes like 2 years.
Yeah, but steroids are bad.
I'm going to do them one day, Blabs.
No.
I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to take all the needles and just
steroids suck.
We get goo. Why are you so mad, Cody, all the time? Get out of my fucking face, Blabs.
Wow, is this part of the divorce?
Yes, that's what happened. It wasn't Ayrton. It was because
you were like you started yelling at me, and I was like, I'm taking Ayrton and I'm renaming him.
Changing his name immediately. How could you name him this without my supervision? Derek Kuda says Lizzo eats so much that her blood type is gravy.
Yeah.
My God. Her blood alcohol content for her to get drunk has to be like 40%.
Yeah, I wonder how easily those to get drunk. That's actually a very interesting question.
Oh God.
Like scientifically and everything,
All I know is like when I was overweight, which I don't think I didn't start drinking until I was actually really thin. But when I'm when I'm like 190 or 200, like depending on the top of year, because I'll fluctuate between 165 and 210. And I notice that I can drink a lot when I weigh more. But when I get down to like pure cut, when I'm like 167 pounds, dude, I'll drink 2 claws and be fucked up. So, do you even drink?
I used to, yeah.
What do you mean used to? Yeah.
I drank like a lot in college, and then I specialized in alcohol actually for college. So.
What do you mean you specialized in it?
I don't really like. I can't get into it without like.
Okay, well,
but I may have done a whole like a whole year at college specific for alcohol with a diploma and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, but you don't drink at all now.
I mean, I do and I don't. I've become really lightweight because of it. I used to be able to hold. My poison was Fireball. I could just down a whole thing of Fireball.
Fireball, totally dude. I used to get me and Daracuda, my boy Daracuda in the chat. We would drink Fireball like shots.
Yeah, I love Fireball, but now I just don't. I try to drink water more.
I drink only water.
I kind of like gain a lot of weight from drinking so much booze in college. So
yeah. So okay, here's the scenario. So if like let's say I'm at something and we go to a thing, you're not gonna drink like some whiskey with me.
I don't like whiskey.
What do?
I don't like beer either.
I don't drink beer either. It's gross. Yeah, what do you like? What did you like back in the day?
Fireball. I once upon a time was able to handle tequila. Now I just cannot. I've had a whole experience in college. Never again.
Tequila's fuckery. So if we went to a thing and we were being bros and we were chilling, you would drink some Fireball.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But I mean, Fireball in small doses now. I can't just constantly drink it all night. It'll just fuck me up. But honestly, my go-to whenever I went to a bar would be like a vodka cranberry. I don't know what it was, but cranberry man is just top tier. So
okay,
I really love screwdrivers. Like I got drunk on a plane once with screwdrivers.
It's something to look forward to because it was either A, Blab is going to agree to drink some Fireball with me, or B, I'm just going to die. You know what?
Wow.
I got nothing left, Blab.
This divorce is getting like wilder and wilder.
Yeah, I mean, when it happens, I'm going to be super dead. It's Kurt Cobain time. But I'll be happy until then, until the steroids.
Yeah, don't do it. Dang, bro. Wait, like the whole story.
I'm predicting the future. I already know what's going to happen, Right. That's why I shouldn't have named him Ayrton, but I just had to because I love.
So one was Ayrton, one was Samantha. Oh, you said we had 3.
Yes.
Does the third one just not have a name? We just don't talk about that one.
No, it's just Voldemort. You can't speak his name.
His name's Tom.
No, that's gay.
That's literally Voldemort's real name, Tom Riddle.
Yeah, motherfucker, I know. Okay.
Well, you said you didn't read the books or anything, so I don't know what you know and don't know.
I watched the movies. Look, all right, Blabs, come on now. You said you're a Harry Potter nerd, and then you give me like level 1 information about Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
Give me something I won't know.
Because it's you.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? I'm over here, Blabs. I'm over here right now being like, Blabs, you're beautiful. I love you. Can't wait to get married one day and name kids Ayrton and shit. And you're like, oh, I give you you're stupid as fuck.
Yeah, you want to take steroids. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
No, that's not until like I'm 37. You get 4 good years.
It's all downhill until then.
It's all downhill. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's how it works, man. Alabama's a strange place. You probably won't even want to be live after you live in Alabama. That's a joke, though.
I don't want to go to Alabama. Don't you guys marry your cousins there and stuff? Like, that DNA must be fucked.
Third cousin, not first cousin.
Excuse me, my bad.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
No, for real, where I live is a really nice place. There's a lot of shit places in Alabama. Where I live is great. It's like Vegas, but Alabama. It's like the Vegas part of Alabama. There's like a giant city. There's like all kinds of shit you can do. You can go to the graveyard. Like, that's a lot of fun. That's my favorite place. You can go watch. There's Ghibli festivals.
Like a real graveyard. You just go hang out with dead people.
Well, they're not alive. Like, they're not going to judge you like you do me. But like, it's called Dead Baby Playground.
How do you know? Maybe they're watching like, this guy's fucking retarded.
Wow, look at this dumb bitch walking over our graves with no respect for anybody. Yeah, Dead Baby Playground is over there. That's what I used to go out there and we'd hang out.
Dead Baby Graveyard? Playground?
Dead Baby Playground. So the story goes, Blabs, is there was this cemetery, and it's huge. It's like right down the road from my house downtown. It is massive, right? So there's graves everywhere and whatnot. But if you go all the way to the back, it's like 300 yards. If you go all the way to the back, there's this little creepy playground just out in the back of the graveyard with like a swing set, and it's all dilapidated and shit. The rumor is that a hospital that used to do tests on babies had like mountains of fetuses and abortions and whatnot. Just had like mountains of fetuses, and they dumped them right there and encased them in like cement and then put the playground there. And that's why it's called Dead Baby Playground.
What's his real name?
I don't remember the name of the actual cemetery. I never look at it when I walk in the bitch. And the gates are always closed and locked, but the metal fence around it, it's like really Victorian. It's really cool. But it's like 3 feet high. So you can just like lift up, and I can just step over it and then grab whoever's girl's with me and just lift her up over it. And we just walk through the graveyard. If you see somebody with a lot though, you fucking book it. Because they're like the
gameskeeper and all that.
Gameskeeper, yes. The groundskeeper. Do you got your license to hunt? It's like, sir, we're in a graveyard. No, speaking of hunting, some of that sweet ass Hayden! Hot diggity damn! Oh my god. Thank you so much, dude. Says Pinky Boy for the rainbow. Blabs, hit him with a tier 7 Harry Potter trivia questions. Much love to you both. Hell, the 199. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for some super trivia.
All right. Who is the accidental Horcrux in Harry Potter? Kind of an easy one.
Is it Harry?
Yes, actually impressive. All right. I don't know what you do and do not know. Let's see. What is the glass mirror in Deathly Hallows?
The glass mirror.
Yeah, like the piece of shard glass. It's a mirror that Harry looks at, and he's like, "Help me!" And somebody goes and sends Dobby to help him in Malfoy Manor. It's
like a two-way mirror, and one's in the attic, right? In the school. Am I crazy? I might be thinking of something else. Or is it the mirror from the very first movie where he saw his parents? No? Okay. Nope. Well, what is it?
In the 5th book, Sirius Black gives Harry the mirror so they can talk to each other. But that is never seen in any of the movies. So like randomly, Harry just whips out a piece of a broken mirror and it's like, help me! But nobody in the movies will actually understand this because it's never explained. He just randomly has it with him, just casually.
Damn. Those bastards thought you wouldn't notice. You can't trick Blabs now.
No, I mean, anyone who's read the books will be like, well these people who never read the books will be very confused now, and it proved you.
I was tricked brutally because I didn't know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just like the mirror from like the first movie where he saw himself.
Fake news.
Saw his parents, and he was like, "Oh my god, my parents." He's like Batman.
What are you gonna do? Break the glass and just carry around with him forever?
How do you like for real though? Like thinking psychologically, right? Why would you be yearning for your parents' comfort when you never knew they existed in the first place? I feel like if I was
he didn't know they existed.
Well, he did
like a whole year.
But he got there and he's like, "Oh, my parents. That's the only thing I want is my parents." And I'm like, I feel like because
he was abused as a child from his aunt and uncle and cousin. He never had anyone actually love him and give a shit about him. So yeah, he wants people who loved him and who died for him to come back.
They loved him.
No, they didn't.
Like
his
Vernon,
aunt and uncle hated him.
No, Vernon loves his ass.
No.
He says in the last movie, he's like, "Harry, this whole time I loved you. Don't listen to Blabs."
Did you watch like some porno version of Harry Potter?
Harry Peter, the cum-filled Hallows. The jizz-filled Hallows. Thank you, Kevin R. I appreciate you. Dorian Shepherd says, "Hey Cody, you should cover a version of Naked Snake on guitar and release it as a video." That sounds great, actually. It's just I wouldn't release it on this channel because like 8 people would watch it. They'd be like, "What is this gay shit?" Thank you, Dorian. I love you. I appreciate you, my friend. I find myself when I get real shit faced, right, Blabs? I'll go in my
is that every other day or like just
yes, actually, that's accurate. And I will go downstairs and I have a theater in my house, and I'll go my theater.
Not YouTube money, guys.
Fucking YouTube money. And I'll just turn on like one of the Harry Potter movies. Last night I was watching Goblet of Fire.
It's good.
So great. That part where my boy.
Oh my god, Cedric, yeah.
Yeah, Cedric gets freaking just bobbity booped, just straight to hell. That's brutal. He's just deader in a door now. My boy.
Yeah, it's not even that bad that Cedric dies. It's his father's reaction. It's so gut wrenching.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Pretty fucking brutal. Yeah, and you know, I didn't like Robert Pattinson when I saw the movie because, you know, Twilight bullshit. And then like
Batman.
Now I kind of like him for some weird reason. I kind of like Robert Pattinson.
Is it because he played Batman?
No, I think it was because he was in I really liked him in Lighthouse. You ever seen that movie?
Lighthouse?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Why'd you say that in such a flamboyant way?
It's so good. It's so good. You don't understand. You don't understand how delicious it is. It's such a great movie. It's really weird. And you like me, lobster? I seen it. I seen it in your eyes. It's a really weird movie. But I enjoyed it. So yeah, great movie. What am I doing? Oh yeah, let's do a 500 like goal for the bitches because I haven't updated.
Just call your chat bitches.
My chat are bitches. They're my bitches. They're my bitches. And I love them. And if it wasn't for them, I'd be nothing. Thank you again, Hayden, by the way. Speaking of being nothing, love you, appreciate you so much. But yeah, make sure you guys like the stream and go sub to Blabs' new channel. Because I saw okay, so I pulled it up. Here's what I did.
Oh, you stopped me, did you?
Well, yeah, that's what I do.
Research.
The first thing I did was Blabbering Collector Nude on Google, and it didn't pull shit up. I was upset.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I did that with Zia. I did that with Zia and saw it was immediate. I was like, woo! And then I texted her. I'm like, I looked up your nudes, and she's like, bet. Did you like them? And I was like, yes, I appreciate it. Hold on. Bloobs. Yeah, the Bloob Collector.
Is it like saved in your desktop as like bloobs that it just pops up?
Yeah, of course. That's what I do. Future ex-wife. I gotta have everything set up really easily here.
Future ex-wife.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. So if you guys are not subscribed to Bloobs, here is Bloobs' channel. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Give her some love. Show her what it feels like to be a real sand legend. Appreciate you guys so much. And by the way, we're halfway to Naked Snake. Get on it, doggone it. Somebody says, is she always that combative? She's a future ex-wife. This is how it works. You know, it's sexy at first, right? You know,
and then it just becomes annoying.
Like when you're fist fighting a little bit, and then all of a sudden you're fist fighting with your genitals, and that's pretty cool. But then, like, you get a few years in, and you're like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of fighting. All I want to do is love, and you do not want to make love with me anymore. You know, because you know the penis is very little. So I understand. How old is the pick of Blabs in the thumbnail? 9, 10 weeks.
Yeah, like 2-3 weeks ago.
It says, yeah, I see it. Like I saw it like 9 or 10 weeks ago.
Yeah, I posted for Side Scrolls for March. I was rapping.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dragon Ball PP reference. Thank you so much, Mugen One. I appreciate that so much. Speaking of Dragon Ball PP, so you saw this, Blabs. You were talking about this earlier. And I thought this was crazy. Look, you guys can think whatever you want about whatever. I don't really care. And I think you guys will all agree. Because you know, most of you in the chat are pretty damn laid back, just like me. Okay. Look, when it comes to the pride stuff, dude, if you're an adult, I don't care what you do with life. Like, dude, dude, whatever you want to do, man. What shit? I do some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm an adult. I'm in my 30s. I'm got one foot in the damn grave. But that being said, there was a march recently. And for some odd reason,
we went from like Dragon Ball PP. Is that what you said?
For some reason, Blabs. There was a drag queen or drag queen march, and they were chanting, "We're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children."
Yeah, it's really fucked.
Yeah, let me hold on, let me pull it up. I'll play the sound. And look, like I said, dude, I don't care what you do. Like, I don't have any problem with anybody that's doing whatever, dude. You're more power to you, man. But when you start telling people you're actively, and look, you may, because what they're going to say is, oh, we're not talking about anything dangerous. We mean we're going to make them more tolerant. That's what they will say. And I get what they're trying to say. I understand, but they're doing it in a combative way intentionally to seem fucking terrible, because there's a large portion of the people in this crowd that honestly want to have sex with children. Let's be honest. Like that's their goal. I mean, it's all based around mental illness. But anyways, let's play it so everybody can hear it. Like, okay, so first things first. There's a lady literally with her boobs out, and she's chanting, "We're coming for
Why
your
do they
children."
all look like they all have like mental illness? Like they're dressed
Because they
fucked,
do.
they have
Because
horrible haircuts.
in this
Yikes.
country, mental illness isn't treated;
It's
it's
applauded.
celebrated. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate truth, man. Look, like I said, I got to reiterate this. I don't care what people do. Like, I support it. If you're like, I love dudes, I'm like, dude, that's kick ass. Hell yeah. And like a dude's like, I feel like I'm a woman. I'm gonna dress as a woman, and he's like 20 years old. Fuck, do what the hell you do it, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a free country. You do what you want.
Dude, yeah, it's great. Fuck it. But as soon as you are like, oh, and also I'm coming to steal your child, that's when, if you go up to a bear cub and the mama bear is 10 feet away staring at your ass, and you try to pick that cub up, that mama bear is going to kill you. And the rhetoric is getting really close to, you got to be careful, man. Because when you start saying this shit and you think you're being edgy because, because that's the whole point behind it, is they're saying it because they're like, oh, we're going to trigger these people. Yeah, we're going to trigger them. Yeah, you're literally going to trigger them. Like literally. So it's getting a little too dangerous. You don't actively say you're going to take and possibly sexually assault somebody's child, because if it was my child, I'd blow you in the next fucking week and I wouldn't hesitate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
they really need to fix. I get what they're trying to do, like the whole like attention with the whole we're coming for your children, but maybe if you don't want to come off as pedophilia and like groomers, which is a whole topic right now, especially like with Nick Merckx and all that fire, basically. Maybe, just maybe, don't say those things, or be like, we're here to make it more tolerable for everybody, or some stupid slogan like that. But
bro, like,
we're coming for your children, it's like,
keep in mind that like 20, 30, 40% of people in this country are in some way, shape, or form religious. Now, that being said, almost 80% of people are okay with same-sex relationships and marriage.
Yeah.
That means there's nothing going on here. The marching doesn't mean, people don't care about pride marches. They only care because we know, look, I've been around for a long time. I see pride marches every year, and I've seen countless videos of people just like sucking each other off in the street, like during the pride parade. And there's like 5 men completely naked, and they're all hard for some reason. All we're saying is probably don't let children go to that. That's pretty much it. And it's like, now there's riots and people protesting because you won't let like children see erect like penises. I don't understand. Like what is the conversation like devolved into?
And you can't even have a conversation because you're automatically just slandered and harassed for having a different opinion. You are called a bigot or an istinophobe, and they just shut you down.
Yeah,
and fire you too from your job.
100%. Now, I do feel like the pendulum is swinging backwards, because you're starting to see actors and actresses coming out left and right being like, this is bullshit. This is getting really bullshit. And I'm really happy to start seeing this. Like, finally people are getting brave enough to be like, you know what? Like, look, we don't have a problem with how you live your life personally, but when you start saying, hey, mister, that doesn't care about what I'm doing, and you're like, yeah, I don't care about what you're doing. And they're like, okay, well, cool. Well, I'm gonna rape your child. And they're like, now I have a problem with it. And they're like, oh, you're a bigot. Like, no, you just said you're gonna do what the fuck? How can you be shocked that people are pushing back when children are being thrown into the mix?
Yeah.
That's like the only rule. That's like the only line in the sand. That's it. And it's like,
leave them alone, let them be kids. Like, I don't know, man. When I was like freaking 10, I had none of this stuff. None of this stuff was being told to me, nothing. I was unaware of boys, none of this shit. And now we have like freaking, did you see a video? I forget who shared, but there was a video in, I think it was like Denmark, where like they were these women talking to like little kids about like touching themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fucked up. Or like the freaking clitoris and all that.
Oh my God.
Whoa, these kids are like 9. They were uncomfortable. One of them was like, not even understanding what they were saying. Like these kids do not understand. They don't need to understand. Like, let them go play with Barbies and like Matchbox cars and stuff.
If you put me in a situation as a kid, if you put me in a situation when I was a child, like 6, 7 years old, I was real shy, man. And you put me like on stage in like some weird show, and like adults walked out butt ass naked, like on that one TV show, I think it was in Denmark. And they just come out naked, and they're like trying to educate people about people's bodies I would like probably throw up and pass out. I'd be so scared and shy. And they're putting children there, and you want to know what it is? It's a kink for older people to just expose themselves to children. It has nothing to do with them touching each other or some kind of act, but it's the act of exposing themselves to children. It's why there was an epidemic of men that would just flash children at malls, like in the 80s. Because you ever seen the trope of a guy in a trench coat and he opens it and he's just naked?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole. It's like it's a kink. It's exposing yourself to children, and that is what these shows are doing. They're just exposed. They want children to see them naked. It gets them off. They love it, and they should be blown in fucking half. I hate
wood chippers.
Wood chippers, like full on. Not even in Minecraft. In real life, for damn sure.
I don't like Minecraft. Just saying.
You don't like Minecraft?
I fucking hate Minecraft, bro.
But like, have you always hated Minecraft?
Yeah, I went and downloaded it because my friend wanted me to play it years ago, like during the freaking lockdowns and stuff. Oh, it was awful. I mean, the weirdest thing I did was like I built like a school bus made out of glass, like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
It looked like a school bus. It wasn't meant to be a school bus. It was like a giant building, but it just ended up looking like a school bus. And I just kept falling off things, and my friend just kept pushing me off things, and I would just die, and I would lose all my cool armor, and I have to respawn. Like, it's a lot of work for boxes.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I remember when it first came out, it was a building game, and there was like 4 blocks, and then I bought it, and it was like $6, I think, and then they added in zombies, and I was like, oh,
the zombies scare me. I'm not gonna lie, they freak me out.
And they added in zombies, and then they added like the mining portion, and I remember it was so relaxing to just be in a hole going just over and over, and you're just doing it, and like you would just hear that soft piano music. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
But then they added in so many stuff. I can't even look at it now. There's like dogs and cats and birds and shit.
Yeah, I never liked it.
No, I can't play it now. But God, you know that guy? I think his name's Notch. Became like one of the most wealthiest people in the world. Like when he sold that shit to Microsoft.
Good for him.
He like bought a house out from under Beyonce and Jay-Z. It was like the biggest house, or the most expensive house like in history or something that had been bought. It was crazy.
Wow, can you imagine? Under like just this house is mine, thanks Beyonce.
Yeah, I would have the biggest, most stupidest house if I was rich. Because people always say like, I don't need a big house, bro. If I was, you would know. If I was like worth $100 million,
if I had a big house, it'd just be filled with a bunch of Harry Potter stuff, and I wouldn't have to clean. I'd get somebody clean for me.
Would it? Is it possible? Is it possible? Like, is there anything that could happen within the Harry Potter universe or anything that would make you like it less?
This TV show being an absolute shit show.
Like,
probably.
Being made for modern audiences?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're going to make like Harry like Middle Eastern, Hermione's going to be black. There's people out there since like 2016 who have been saying like Harry's Middle Eastern because his dad has black hair and green eyes, and he's got black hair and green eyes. No, his dad doesn't have black and green eyes. His mom has green eyes and all that. But like because his dad had black hair, he's all of a sudden just Middle Eastern. And I'm like, because of physical traits, he is now a completely different race. Now there are no such thing as white men with black hair.
I mean, there's no such thing as white people with black hair. It's never happened before. It's like an anomaly. Yeah, and
exactly.
Then the fact that he totally grew up in like the UK is fine.
And then the thing is, people forget that Harry Potter's set in the 90s. What's the immigration there in the 90s? Not that much. It's mostly just
everybody
white
was
people.
Everybody was
and like Hogwarts is in Scotland too. People seem to forget that little rule too. So it's like,
which is like 99.9% white. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's really silly, and I hope it does work out. But I was trying to conflate it with like how I feel about Star Wars. So, I loved like episode 4, 5, and 6, and then of course 1, 2, and 3 came out, and I saw them when I was a kid, and of course when I'm like 10 when they came out, I loved them obviously because the lightsabers were cool, and then the third one was legitimately pretty good, the Revenge of the Sith. I was like 16 when it came out, or 15. And so all my life I had this kind of like, I kind of like Star Wars. I kind of love Star Wars, And then the new movies came out, and then the shows and all this shit started like flooding out, and like Mandalorian and all that shit. And now I like almost detest Star Wars, and it makes me
kind of hate it too. I've been like so like made aware of things because when the Mandalorian first came out, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. This has got like a Western vibe to it, almost like the original trilogy did. It's amazing. And then you start hanging out with like Raging Rhino, who I saw was in the chat. Hi, Rhino. And like all these other guys, and they start telling you everything about what's wrong with Disney and what they've been doing, and like how it's like Mandalorian lore was just thrown out the window, like years and years ago with Clone Wars. See, like the animated show and everything. I'm like, oh no! Now it's just kind of imploded.
Yeah, and dude, I'll shit you not. I remember when they were talking about doing more Star Wars movies when I was like 20 or something. I was like, oh God, bro, like we're gonna get Kyle Katarn from like the Jedi Knight games. We're gonna get all this shit. I'm so excited. And then it was like Rey, and it was these random new ass people. And I was like, how could this happen? Like, how could this happen?
How could this happen to me?
Yeah. Why is this happening to me? Yeah, I was pretty sad. So now I find myself, I didn't watch Rise of Skywalker after Last Jedi. So here's how I work, Blabs. If you get me to a point where I say in my mind I am done, I'm done. And like it happened when I don't remember what happened. I think people always will be like in chat, they'll be like, oh God, look, he's talking about it again. But so I was married for a long time, like 7 years, and like, you know, when my wife told me she was leaving, she was still living in my house, and I was still trying everything I could to like make things work, because there was nothing ever bad. We always got along. It was really weird how it all went down. And one day she was just like, I'm leaving, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was out of nowhere. So I'm still like, you know, trying to repair or trying everything I can to make things work. Like it was like 3 weeks into this process, and she was on Tinder and shit, like, and
instantly, huh?
Yeah, and she started talking to this guy, and she was like on the phone with this guy, like talking
in your house,
in my house, like giggling and shit, and talking to him in front of me, in front of me. And I remember, like, that's when it clicked, that like that Star Wars, like the Last Jedi thing happened, and I was like, huh. And she was talking to a guy, and I was like, hey, can you get off the phone real quick? I gotta tell you something. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like really annoyed, by the way. She gets off the phone, and I was like, get the fuck out of my house and never come back. And she was like, you're being hysterical. And I'm like, no, you leave right now. And she got her bag and she left. And that was the last time she ever was in my house.
Nice.
And that was it. And that was it for me. I was like, I felt free. I was like, holy shit. I feel like, and it was like that thing clicked, and I started just hanging out with girls, and I never thought about it again. It was over. So like but up until that moment, there had to be a catalyst. A lot of my friends can't do that, but I'm real good at it. So when I was watching The Last Jedi, and I'm sure you saw it, and I was watching it, and I was like in the theater watching this shit, and I'm like, okay, so Snoke is nobody. Okay. Rey has parents are nobody. Okay. Rey doesn't need training. Okay. Luke almost wanted to kill Ben for no reason, but he wouldn't kill his father. Okay. And I'm just watching this, and then it's like, oh, Luke showed up at the battlefield. Holy shit. Oh, by the way, Rose Tico loves like Finn for some reason. Whatever. And they went to the casino planet. That was awful, but whatever. We had this last scene, and it's fucking Ben, and it's freaking like Luke, and they have their lightsabers out. And I'm like, okay, this could save the whole fucking thing. Right.
And then it's like a Force Ghost projection.
Yeah,
you're
so
like,
it's like he like dodges it, and it's all cool. And I'm like, oh, we're about to have a 10-minute fucking scene, bro. It's gonna be great. And then all of a sudden he just disappears. And I'm like, what just happened?
He's all like, toodles. Yeah.
And then like they start chasing the people into the cave. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. And then it shows Luke, and he's on the island. He never gets off the island, by the way. So he's sitting there, and he's like force projecting himself. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool that he was able to force project himself. So that means like Luke's powerful. Fuck. Okay, cool. And then it goes off, and then it's like dying down, you know, and it's the last scenes of the movie. And all of a sudden it plays that music, beep, 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 and like Luke looks off in the sunset, and then he just fucking dies. He just falls and dies. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why did he die?
Killed them all, and you didn't even put the trio together.
Dude,
you brought the trio back, and you didn't even bring them together in a movie.
When he fell, his clothes just fell. I audibly laughed in the theater, and that part of me clicked, and I was like, I will never watch a fucking Star Wars movie again. Fuck this.
Have you ever watched like original or anything ever since?
I tried watching A New Hope like a few weeks ago, but I like turned it off after like 30 minutes. And it's not because of the film, it's just I turned on.
You know what happens after.
I turned on South Park. So yeah,
yeah, South Park is more.
it was
I was
brutal.
more of a Family Guy person.
I liked Family Guy's early stuff, but I love the most recent stuff for like a South Park, man. It's like it gets better. It's really weird. Like I haven't watched it in such a long time. I started watching the recent seasons. So I'm like, God damn, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is hilarious. The Caitlyn Jenner shit's so funny. Hayden says, Bloobs, tell us about the genocide that took place between Hogwarts Legacy and the Harry Potter movies. Where's the diversity in the 90s that existed in the 1890s?
Yeah, I've been saying that this entire time. I don't get why people actually like Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's an abomination. It was fun to stream with my chat, that's for sure. But it's a shitty plot, shit characters. I don't give a shit about any of them. They made so many characters to fit all those diversity checkboxes that none of them actually have more than one layer to them. It's awful. And yeah, they're so diverse for 1800s, and then all of a sudden you're in the 1990s and there's more white people than anybody else, which was like the complete opposite in Hogwarts Legacy. It's like the Amazon Rings of Power bullshit with Lord of the Rings.
See, this is why we need to be together and then divorce. I was literally on the same fucking wavelength you were on. I was about to fucking interrupt you and be like, fucking Rings of Power. Same
yeah, it's the exact same thing. Where'd they all go? Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's hilarious because they go to like some isolated village, right? In like some random place in like Middle Earth. And it's like everybody walks out of their little like huts, and it's like an Asian dude, a black lady, a white person, an Indian. I'm like,
and it's just so, and it's so obvious and like it's striking and blunt that you just can't unsee it. It's like,
yeah.
It's
like, hold
it
on.
Doesn't, it's not like you. Maybe somehow you could have passed it in some type of movie or franchise or whatever, where it's like really diverse cast of people.
Just don't think about it.
If you do with like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, it just doesn't work.
The best part about life is the fact that there is actual diversity that exists. So like if you can go to certain countries and shit's like there's a lot of cool things, like there's a lot of cool architecture because of this certain like race or this certain race. And that's how it was in Tolkien lore. So like they go to the elf place and everybody's just like Nordic as fuck, tall as fuck, elf, like high cheekbones. All these people look like long blonde hair, and you can go to another area, and then it's this whole race of people in this other area with different architecture and this whole race of people, because that's how the world actually works. Like if you go to Italy, everybody has Italian features. If you go to Scotland, everybody has Scottish features. They have different accents there. If you go to North Africa,
and
everybody has the same
all
features.
those people in Europe are white people.
Right, and if you went,
white people are not diverse. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, different color eyes and hair is completely not diverse at all. But it's so silly to me. It's all really silly, and I just it's so jarring when you have this isolated village that apparently has been going on for hundreds of years, but you have like 100% black dude and 100% Asian lady. I'm like, where did they come from? Who's their parents? And you can't think about it because if you do, it gives you a headache. And it's the same exact thing about the daughters of King Triton and the Little Mermaid. They're all completely different races, right?
Yeah, I've seen the posters. I haven't watched the movie.
Of course not. Why would you? Like every single daughter is a different race, completely different race. And I'm like, okay, well, it's the same mom and the same father. So a 6-year-old will see that and be like, Mom, why is all of them different looking when they're the same mamas? Oh, don't think about it, baby. You're being racist.
Yeah.
No, that's how biology works. You can't trick us. You can't even trick children. All right?
Yeah, well, no, kids they're not easily tricked. I'll give you a great example. One of my friends, she went to Disney and she has a little daughter, and her daughter, she was looking at like merchandise and all that, and she pointed out to the live action Ariel t-shirt that had Hallie's Ariel on it.
Yeah.
And she's like, who's this? And the daughter's like, I don't know, some girl. And then she went and pointed to like the animated Ariel, and she was like, who's this? And she's like, oh, that's Little Mermaid Ariel. So like kids know.
Yeah, it's just silly, and there's so many opportunities where you can make original characters, but they don't care. Speaking of original characters, Kara, woo, my boy, coming in with the damn Paint Boy, getting us one. Ooh, wait, hold on. I can't do math. It's like 190 until Nugget Snake. Thank you. He says Kyle Katarn, which, by the way, Kara, is my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Kyle Katarn. He's like Chuck Norris, basically. There's a dated character who'll never show up again. Peace out, classic Star Wars. They uncanonized everything.
Isn't he like or was it Jason Solo? Which one did they make him into Kylo Ren? Isn't it like a combination of two of them?
Yeah, it's like, well, there's Ben Solo, I think.
Solo is Kylo Ren.
Right, and then there's I think there was 2 kids. Like there was 2
Yeah,
like
Jason Solos is damage case. That's what I thought.
yeah. So like they just I don't know. They just did their whole thing. They just did their own thing, and I just don't understand.
Disney stole bits and pieces from the EU, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And then they're like, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and bullshit.
Little bit of Monica in my life. Thank you, Carrots. Love you. Appreciate you. Fire PA says, what did Captain Phasma even do? Where's Jedi? Captain Phasma was a trash
She
bag.
just stood there
and then
looked like
died.
a trash can.
Just stood there and then died eventually.
Yeah.
Let's see, Fire PA. Check your stream post. Tag y'all both. Check your stream post. Tag y'all both. What the hell are you talking about?
He's saying he tagged you something.
Oh, I see. He's on Rumble over here at the Rumble Rants. He said, 860 saying God said, tag both y'all on Twitter under Camelot stream post. Go check it out. It's Harry Potter related. It would be great for a combo. Well, I'll go check it out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend. But yeah, dude, I was disgusted. It seems like everything that I ever loved just died out, and there was like no point. Just absolutely no point in anything that happened. So it's almost like their entire mission was to destroy everyone's childhood.
Oh yeah.
You know,
and rebuild it from like whatever they can think of, which is just trash.
Yeah, it's like
no more happiness anymore.
The only thing they want to rebuild it out of is like their sexuality. I saw something hilarious, and it was like, I think it was Samuel L. Jackson, which I will say this. Look, Samuel L. Jackson's a legend. Love the man. He has amazing work. But for some reason,
he's
in the last
dumbass when it comes to real life stuff.
The last 2 weeks, he went ham. He's like,
I think Disney's making him say this stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Now, here's my conspiracy, because Ellen Page was doing the same shit 2 weeks ago, and it coincided with an event. So this is what I think is going on. I think it's a marketing ploy, obviously. And I was like, damn, Samuel L. Jackson's he's saying a lot of dumbass takes right now. He's like saying that incels hate Brie Larson because they don't like strong women, and we need to stop. What did he say? He said we need to like stop focusing on stereotypical like actors in certain roles and just hire diverse actors. And I'm like, oh, so the best way to avoid stereotypical roles is to just make stereotypical roles for stereotypical races. Derp. Anyways, so he's saying a lot of dumbass shit. So I was like, this is weird. I wonder why he's saying this. Oh, by the way, there's a new show with Samuel L. Jackson coming out right now. Shocking.
And it's shit, apparently, from what I hear.
And I was like, holy shit. Ellen Page was saying bullshit 2 weeks ago to coincide the release of her book. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Had a book out.
It's all bullshit. It's like they're just drumming up any kind of public like chatter just to get some revenue. These leech ass shitty narcissistic motherfuckers only give a damn about their bottom line, so much so that they will destroy any soul and any moral takes or any individuality they have just to get a fucking dollar. And that's probably why they are where they are.
Well, if you know, look to further like your narrative, Rosario Dawson, who plays live action Ahsoka, she basically just came out and said that the reason why people love like Ahsoka, Hera, and Sabine so much is because there weren't like any other female characters before theirs. And I'm like, okay, Leia, Padme in the live actions. You got all the EU characters like Mara Jade, Jaina, none of them. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like she's literally saying how like these characters never existed before. She's like the Jennifer Lawrence of Star Wars, I guess.
Yeah. And the funny part about that is I say this all the time too, in my head. I don't say it publicly. But I was watching Little Shop of Horrors the other day. Because I've never really watched it. I've only ever seen clips of it. So I was like, I'm gonna watch this movie. It's a musical, right? And it has that one dude in it. I can't remember his name. It's a weird name. He's in like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Anyways, so I watched the movie the other day, and half of the musicals, including the first 2 musicals, are 3 black ladies, and they're singing like a cappella solo stuff. And that's like, and it's very, very got that like soul singing. Rick Moranis, yeah. So it's got like that soul vibe, and I'm like, this is weird. It's so strange. Where I'm watching an '80s film and there's black people in it. Black people haven't been in films until 2022.
They've only been since Wakanda, Black
Like,
Panther.
and every time I watch an older movie and I see like half the actors are literally different races, I'm like, the narrative is that only white people are in movies, like, and have only been in movies until just recently. And I'm like, this is bullshit. This is all bullshit. And it's just tiring, Bloobs. It's really tiring.
I agree with
I'm tired, Bloobs. I don't know how long I can do this anymore. You know? It's like when Calcifer goes out and he's like, I'm really tired. And he's blue. See? It's like when he goes out.
It's all right, though. He comes back to life, doesn't he? If I remember correctly, he doesn't die.
He gets set free.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
I liked him. He was funny. Who voiced him again? It was like, I was surprised that it was such a big voice actor.
Billy Crystal, yeah.
Yes, there you go. I was like, oh shit. No wonder his voice sounds so familiar.
God, I love that bastard. Speaking of loving bastards, we're 186 until Naked Snake for the 179th stream in a row. It's either 179 or 180. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And thank you guys for tuning in to Nick's Friday show yesterday. I was actually did not expect it to happen because he told me it wasn't, we weren't going to do it for a while. And then he just texted me and said, hey, you coming on tonight? And I was like, well, I guess. And then we had a great time. So thank you, Nick. And thanks for all the kind comments. I know. Look, I'll put it out there real quick. I understand when I read the chat on Rumble and stuff, everybody hates me. And that's fine. I don't care. I think it's fun. I enjoy
Probably
it.
got divorced.
Yeah, that's the issue, man. You hurt Blabs. No, dude, people love to hate my ass, and that's fine. They're like, you're a degenerate. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I am me, so I totally understand. Like, I know I am the degenerate. Like, you can't fool me into thinking I'm not. I am. Yeah, of course I know him. He's me. Like, of course. Fire PA says if you want to kill a franchise, put Lizzo in it. They already did it. They put Lizzo in Star Wars. God, see, I don't even watch that shit. I don't even watch it.
It was like a giant Spaceballs episode.
Oh
from all
my
the
God.
bits and pieces I saw.
I wanted to die.
And I'm pretty sure it was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, who for the most part her episodes are better than the other ones. So I was pretty shocked that it was just really,
Bryce
really
Dallas.
shitty.
That's the girl that was like real hot for a second, and then now she's just getting fatter and fatter.
Yeah, that's freaking Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah.
So she it's really funny, right? Because they talk about how like women don't have any roles and stuff. Yeah, she's Ron Howard's daughter. She's been like with hand in hand with George Lucas since birth, because Ron Howard and George Lucas were like this and all that, right? And so she's like, oh my God, it's, for the women. I'm like, bitch, you literally got to shoe in before anyone else did just because of who your daddy is.
Yeah, that's nepotism at its finest. And like, dude, I don't know. Like, I've always thought it was weird how you have women everywhere that are appearing in movies left and right, like her or Jennifer Lawrence. And then as soon as they're not for like a year or two, they talk about how Hollywood is so hard for women and men treat them wrong. And then all of a sudden, Jennifer Lawrence
is the first woman ever.
She's the first one ever. And then
she
a year.
gave birth to you.
She did. Thank God. I love my mama. Anyways, no, no, for real though. And then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, women are objectified and men mistreat them. And it's hard to be a woman in Hollywood. And then a year later, she does a movie where she's full frontal nude in it. That's coming out soon, which I'm going to.
Yeah, that was like that movie where she's like a hooker, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you can't.
It looks like a funny movie though. I'm not going to lie.
It's funny as fuck. Yeah. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence has always been fun. Like, I think she does a great job in most shit she's in. But it's just hilarious how you'll say one thing and then do another for a couple of dollars, which is all these actors. Like, and it would be totally cool with me if they would just say that. Because I'll say it. Like, if somebody offered me $100,000 or $200,000 to go to like Rumble or some shit, you best believe I'd be doing that shit. And I'd drive the car around. And I wouldn't tell people it's so hard for content creators because people treat us badly. No, fuck that. I took $200K. Let's do this.
Why did you get like a Swiss accent?
Because, you only the snootiest of laughter will do. Because when you get rich, you have to be like, oh, how quaint. That's what you do, right? You ever seen what's that show? Fuck, what's that Disney show that I love? Somebody knows in the chat. It's called Gravity Falls. You ever seen Gravity Falls?
No, when did it come out?
Oh shit, like 10 years ago. It's a great show.
I stopped watching Disney like 10 years ago, so
it's like a cartoon and it's great. It's just a really smart show. I really enjoyed it. And I also have all the comic books and shit about it. It's really cool, man. Minor Zircon says, how close to shirt removal? Like 170 away. And Parker Lambert, my boy, where the hell you been, son? Let's give him some cheers. I miss you, boys. I love you. Thank you, Parker Lambert. You're goated as hell. Coming in with an orange boy. I feel like I haven't seen you forever, dude. Thank you. for your delicious love for your boy. Billy Hatcher says everything that Lizzo touches, it gets absorbed into her flabs. That's for sure. And what hurts me the most about that Billy Hatcher is the fact that like Jack Black was drug into that shit. And I love Jack Black, man. Like I just love him. And I just, it sucks to watch him get pulled into that bullshit. But I'm so happy that he doesn't take to Twitter or YouTube and go, you guys need to stop being racist. And oh, thank God he doesn't do that shit. Because you see, when Ewan McGregor did it,
I lost so much respect from him.
Bro, the only thing I still liked about Star Wars is Ewan McGregor existed. I was like, well, at least
he lost me when he cheated on his wife of like 20 years.
Oh, I didn't even I didn't even know about that.
He's married to the chick now, and she's the one who's playing Harrison Dula in Ahsoka show.
Oh shit! But like the thing is, as soon as he came out on Instagram and was like, "Yeah, y'all need to stop being racist," I'm like, "Oh fuck!
You're no Star Wars fan."
No, it's over. It's all over.
Disney paid him to do it.
Of course. Well, they probably were like, well, the issue is with Hollywood actors, man, is they live in this freaking small, tight-knit bubble where they think everyone agrees with that, with the exception of like 10 really evil people. And it's like, really no. 99% of people think you're being fake and disingenuous, and you're like, you're being racist. Why? Because we don't like this actress in this role because she sucks ass. The character is balls, and the actress did a terrible job. Like no one,
Obi-Wan. Yeah, no.
I wanted to die. Luke Stone, roll your dog. What's up?
Roll your dog. It's a full Aussie meme.
What's full Aussie?
It's a show that we do on Saturdays.
Oh, is it on Side Scrollers?
No, it's a full Aussie. It's a YouTube channel. It's myself, Lethal Lightning, Mr. Muzza, Raging Rhino. You know Rhino. I think you guys streamed together on Flashpass a couple times.
The full Aussie?
Wicked's on it.
Is it the full Aussie?
Yep.
Yeah, I see right here. There's
we just hit 600 subs, so we're trying to get to 1,000.
Oh well, hell yeah! I'll subscribe to it and get you closer. Look at that.
Cheers, bro. Thanks.
That did things. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's when I do my e-thots streams, they get like downsized and edited to like 30 minutes or whatever, and we post those on there too.
What's an e-thought stream?
Oh, it's like the greatest thing that I do. I watch on Kick. We just go and watch a bunch of e-thots. And Amaranth is now on Kick too, but I haven't seen her yet. But like we just go and judge all these e-thots, see what they're doing, how they're dancing, what they're wearing. There's this one chick on Tuesdays, she cleaned fish tank every Tuesday in her bikini and all that. Then there was one chick who actually turns out to be a trans man. It was really funny. I had Disprue and X-Ray Girl with me, and we were like judging. And I kept saying before the two of them showed up how like this chick had like a lot of like there was like nothing down there. Like there was like a whole gap between like her actual like bikini line and everything. I'm like, what's going on there? But then it turns out, as you look closer, she had an Adam's apple and she had a dick. And I was like,
well, that's the kicker right there.
Yeah, because like even like X-Ray goes like her hips are so high up. That's for a dude. And then we look closer and we're like, wait a second. No wonder her bikini keeps falling down on her. She's like got no hips and everything in those bikini. Yeah, so it was a whole thing. She had no boobs. Yeah. So like there's a whole bunch of things. And I even made friends with like an e-thought once. Her name is Mira. We wanted her to bark, but then she got crazy, and so she didn't bark, and she like flipped the shit on us. And, yeah. I just have a lot of fun with e-thought watch.
I thought
we just judge people.
When you said you did e-thought streams, I thought you were like getting shirtless or something. And I was gonna be like, I don't think I approve of my future ex-wife doing that.
No, I don't. I'm pretty classy. I don't do it. I just judge others. And then, yeah, so like, you know, sometimes you see dudes doing it too in their little skimpy bikinis, and you're like, oh God, get a tan, work out, please, do stuff. Yeah.
I posted myself in a bikini when I did the Naked Snake that I cosplayed, and I had all the Naked Snake gear on, but just a bikini bottom. I posted on Twitter. You not see that shit? No. It's hilarious.
I don't see anything on Twitter. Like I have to like get notifications for certain people, or else I never see stuff on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Twitter's pretty crazy, man. It got a lot better though. There's a point where I wanted to die because of Twitter.
That escalated quickly. Yeah, that's on my Kick on like we do it most Tuesday nights. I had a big break because like sometimes on Tuesdays it would just be really boring e-thoughts. It would be like the same ones that we had just seen the week before. And I'm like, oh, you guys were boring last week. Like you guys just sit there on your phones with your legs spread out, like just scrolling them. Like they're not even doing anything these ones, and they're like full of chats just talking to them, or the dudes be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come now," and stuff like that. And you're like, "Wow!"
Dude, my favorite thing is when there's like 17,000 people watching, but nobody in the chat because they're all beating their dicks.
No subs, nothing. They're just fireworks.
They're waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird to me. Like, dude, Chatterbait's like way better for that. No, like, why don't I go there? It's so strange.
Yeah, and then we also go through their like wish lists on Amazon or Throne, and we'd be like, "What do you want?" And then you'll just see like all these sex objects or like wigs or like freaking Xbox and PlayStation. You're like, "Wow, well, so diverse with your content that you want."
Oh my god. Real quick, tell people where they can follow you because I have to take a pee break and I'm about to die. So real quick, tell people where they can follow your ass.
Oh, hello guys. You guys can follow me on Kick and Twitch. It's Blabbering Collector. The Twitter handle is, where am I here? Right there. Blabbering C. I have a link tree which is on my Twitter, and you can just go and click there and you'll find all the stuff. Rumble, Instagram. I have a YouTube. I just don't advertise it, and that's about it. And now we're just staring at me because I finished doing it. But hi. Yeah, subs to Kick. I really like it. I'm like a kick simp. Blabs, what are the odds of a guy like you and a girl like me ending up together? I don't know you, so I don't know what you are. For all I know, you could be a female pretending to be a dude and be like, it's a trap. So, there you go. Linktree. Right. Literally a Linktree. That's what it's called. Put a link for peeps. Hi. Anyway, he's taking a really long pee break. Anyway. Hi, chat. How are you guys doing today? Can't even talk back. The trap is real? Yeah, he could be female for all I know. There's like a 30-second delay here. Hope you're well, Labs. I am good. I am exhausted beyond belief. This is the longest I've ever been up late in years. Well, not years. 6 months at least, I'd say. I'm a good girl. Okay. Shoot. I agree. Put me back. This is too close. Will you play Castlevania 2? I don't know. That's right, guys. On Wednesdays on Side Scrollers, I play Castlevania with Craig. You a femboy, Blab, because you seem too good. What does a femboy mean? What's that word?
A femboy.
Is that like the women from Thailand?
Yeah. So a femboy is just a really feminine, like frail, like dude.
No, I'm just based.
They lean into it.
I promise these are real.
What? What's real? Your titties?
So that was a femboy. Yeah, my tits are real.
Same. Woo! All right.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh well, it's easy once you just gotta be benching a lot of weight. Billy Hatcher says Brie Larson is sexier than Lizzo. 100%. And look, I don't really care for Brie Larson, but I would dump a load for sure. Thank you, Billy Hatcher, by the way, for your goal boy. The goal boys be climbing today, and you are leading the way. Bebop says, Blabs, what are the odds of a guy like you and a girl like me ending up together?
Yeah, this is what I said. I think he's a trap. What if it's a girl?
That's fine. You got a problem with girls?
I'm straight. I like dick.
Ah, damn, Blab. All right, cool. Hold on now. Look. Yeah, you can't say that stuff in front of me. It gets me all sweaty. Kyle Bracaw says, what are y'all's thoughts on Starfield? Dude, I have no opinion.
What is that?
I think it's a Microsoft game that's been in development for like 100 years, and I'm just so over.
I don't know. The only game I played lately was Starship Troopers, and it was terrible because it was in beta phase.
Yeah, I played the last game I played was Elden Ring.
I've never played Elden Ring, actually.
It was fantastic. But yeah, I've heard a lot about Starfield, but I think I'm at that fucking age where I'm like kind of just done. You know, unless it's like a Resident Evil game or maybe a once in a lifetime Halo release where Bungie comes back, or a Metal Gear Solid game, or like a From Software game, I'm pretty much done.
I played Destiny too, but I'm kind of bored with it.
Yeah, I got bored of Destiny real quick. So I
feel like if we say the word Destiny, Adam's gonna pop out of like the bushes and be like, Destiny, where?
Yeah, I played it a little bit when it came out and then I stopped. Bebop, thank you. He said, so you're telling me there's a chance. And another one for Bebop, Blabs, for Craig's sake, watch Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah, movie. I have to watch Dumb and Dumber. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Dumb? Wow, that's a great movie. No. It's really, it's fantastic. I can't believe you haven't seen it. You're 27, which means you were born in 96.
Wow, you are Ken Math. Weird.
I feel like you would have seen it. It came out in 94, right? Dude, I used to watch it when I was a kid, like all the time. And I'm only 6 years old.
I know of it. I've just never seen it.
It's a great movie. It's but don't watch any of the other ones. Only watch the original. The other ones are so hard to watch. They're brutally awful. But God, I'm telling you what. Real quick, let's see what my boy is saying right here. It's go down, you bastard. Blake says, I gotta ask, I'm a gamer, been gaming my whole life, in my mid-20s now. Do you think people age out of being gamers in terms of being interested? I think, and this is gonna be a spicy take, and I gotta preface it with I love games, and I've had games is like a big part of my life and always has been. But I don't think games are an interest or a hobby. And once you find that something, like I love, building cars, I love racing. Content creation is a big one. I love expressing myself through videos, thumbnails, as something as small as a thumbnail, shows, live shows, music, playing instruments. Once you find that thing, you have less time for stuff that means less, right? It's like now look, another spicy take, people that obsess over just film, like just films in general, like watching movies and like dissecting movies. I feel like that's not an interest, and that's kind of weird. That's like you need to get a real interest. That's a shitty take, probably.
No, I can see what you're saying. I like playing games. I've been playing games since I was a kid. But I prefer playing with friends, right? So it's more of a social thing, I think.
Yeah.
Because if I'm so busy, I don't have time for gaming, and it's not like, oh, I really want to get this game. And like I always want to play a game, but if I'm busy, like I'm busy.
Yeah. What's your favorite games? Give me a top 5.
I feel like we made so much shit for this. Ooh. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to play the EA Harry Potter games back when EA was fun.
They were great, weren't they? They were so good.
Yeah, EA was so good back in the day, like early 2000s people, like top tier stuff. Here's where I'm gonna get a lot of shit. I really love 2017 Star Wars Battlefront 2.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad game.
The thing is, when they ended like all like the updates and stuff in April 2020, it was actually a really fun game, and I had so much fun playing with my friends because like it was like during lockdown when I started playing it in 2020, or like late 2019 when I started playing it. So like by then, most of the horrible broken bugs and all that were already done with. But I had just a great time playing with my friends, and that's what I remember about it. Like I played so much. I had like 4 or 5 different friends I'd play with all the time. But I really love Jurassic World. I used to, you know what? I'm going to get a lot of shit for this too. I liked Warzone that just ended like last year because those maps were fun. Like Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep were like the best, and now it's just shit. So I don't know. I love Zoo Tycoon from Microsoft back in the day.
Dude,
Zoo Tycoon 2 is the shit, man. I have all the expansion packs.
I loved Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day.
Oh, I blow people up all the time.
Dude, I played that shit so hard.
I have it right in here. Literally.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead, Jason. Oh yeah, dude.
ThinkPad in here. I got it right there.
Dude, actually I lied. Jason, I played Left 4 Dead like 2 weeks ago with Wicked Virtue. So I lied. But yeah, but the actual time I put into a game was definitely Elden Ring. I put a lot of time into that game. But there's just look, and let me kind of dive into it a little bit more. I would never shit on anybody that enjoys games. Dude, I prefaced it with that. Games, like all my tattoos are video games. Love them. But when you find that thing that has a huge learning curve, a lot of like more time than you can ever imagine invested in, more learning than you can ever imagined invested in. And you meet people, people will help you, coach you, and you meet all these people, and you get almost released into a culture, regardless of what it is. If you start touring as a band, I mean, I've been talking to Phil Labonte from All That Remains, and talking about that kind of stuff, or like racing professionally, like in building motors, installing your whole drivetrain, 45 hours, 60 hours of work in a sweaty shop, setting your car up, learning about cross weights, learning about all these things, ride heights, wedge, tire pressures, tire stagger. You're learning all this shit as you go, wrecking, getting better at like throttle response and understanding how cars move and confidence. Those things completely take over, and like you become obsessed in those things you're working on. Whereas a game, you can just sit down and turn on fucking Halo 2 and you're like, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I think there is a learning curve in video games for sure.
There is, but like the learning curve in like some things and like hobbies takes years, like years. Shit, I started playing guitar at 13 and didn't really get to writing music and understanding music theory and stuff like that, or getting even efficient.
Music theory is a headache, man.
And it was like, dude, I was like 27 before I feel like I got really my hands on guitar, piano, bass, sheet music, writing music. And like I didn't even like progress into it until I started dumping unbelievable amounts of time into it. Right. So yeah. But labeling something that's one of the most accessible things that has ever been in existence as your hobby feels like you're not trying. Like
do better.
84 million people are online right now. Like, and I'm like, you like that. Don't say that's your hobby because you're not trying. Like, you're being a white girl that like watches Netflix and drinks wine. Be better, you know. And that's coming from somebody who loves games and they're near and dear to my heart. And there isn't a day that goes by where I don't think about a video game, you know, that I used to play or I reminisce about. But if you are an adult and you list your hobby as video games, you need to do better, because that's weird. That's like, there's so much more out there than fucking buying a video game and playing it, and that's your whole life. There's more than you can do, and that comes from somebody that loves video games. Love them, fucking love them. They're one of the more important things to my childhood, because I was a fat kid and I was bullied, right? And I understand, damn the lamp, that I hurt your pussy, and I you know, not gonna apologize, but just get a better, just grow up and get a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. But still enjoy games. Don't forget where you came from, man. Bebop says, Blabs, if you're gonna call me a lady boy, at least roast me a little bit more.
It sounds like some type of like turn off for him, and
if it's turning you on, you don't lean into it, man. He's gonna be coming all over your face, and you don't want that. Low IQ says, this is for Fight Milk, not Nega Snake. We're far away, boys. We're far away from the old milk. But we are closing in. We're 100 even away from Naked Snake. Thank you, Low IQ. I appreciate you so much, baby. So you said, so I'll give you my top like 5-6 games of all time.
I don't have a top 5. It was just like whatever things I enjoyed playing the most.
Dude, I think about this shit daily. So I would say Metal Gear Solid 3, and it bounces between the Metal Gears, but Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably the solidified Metal Gear game in my heart. I would say Elder Scrolls Oblivion, because I could play that game right now and I get lost in it. Which is weird, because Skyrim I didn't even enjoy at all.
I played Skyrim once. I found a baked potato in a barrel and I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, Skyrim was just really dumbed down, and it felt like I was playing Call of Duty with like, it was like RPG Call of Duty. It was really weird. So there goes that. And but Oblivion is great. I loved Oblivion. Morrowind's in there too, but I think Oblivion was a little bit better. And Resident Evil 3 is probably my favorite Resident Evil game. Something about it just spoke to me, man. Bloodborne on PlayStation 4. Fantastic game. Loved it. God, I love that game. And Medieval on PlayStation 1. Something about that game was like the vibe just it evoked was so good. Loved it, man. Really, really did. But yeah, dude, it was fantastic. But thank you so much, Low IQ. And now we're gonna move on to movies now. Kyle says, I'm getting that way with work replacing games. I would not do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't replace anything you want to relax with.
Yeah,
it work so much.
And there's my dog be barking. And keep in mind, like when I say stuff like, you know, I don't think video games is a legit hobby. It doesn't matter how you preface it. People are going to be pissed because they don't hear anything else that I said leading up to that moment. But don't let people tell you to stop playing games. Don't let people, because there's people that'll tell you like, are you like, you need to grow up. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just Cody's opinion.
It's not. It's and I think I use those words literally exactly. Grow up, but what I mean is, like, there's a lot of shit that exists in this world, and although I'd love to play games, dude, I love it. I would. I think about it every day. I'm like, man, I need to fucking play some Left 4 Dead or some shit. Like, it's not, but I don't. What I mean by that is, like, there's a lot of shit out there that you can dump your time into, and it will be way more rewarding than that, getting your platinum on this game that came out last week and then you never touch it again. So, but don't let people influence you on stopping or growing up out of it. That's weird. I'm just saying, watching TV isn't a hobby. It's not. That would mean 99.9% of people, that's their hobby, is watching TV. Video games is the same thing. So, like, it's just a form of consuming entertainment. So that's all I mean by that. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I fucking love games. Jay's Game Butthole, love blubs, appreciate you. Kyle Brokaw says, I still play, just responsibilities are taking priority right now. Yeah, dude, and that happens. And that's kind of where I am. But now, like, it's, I don't know. I'm trying to get back into it, but I find myself like writing music or some shit. Like I told Nick Ricada and Phil Labonte, like, I play music every day now. I play like piano for over an hour a day. I play guitar for like an hour or two a day now. I'm just getting back into it. And unfortunately, games are always going to take a backseat to that. They always will. So thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, dude. You're goated. Anyways, so films. Do you like Interstellar, Blabs?
I've never seen it.
God damn it, Blabs.
I know.
This is the divorce, right?
This is why we got divorced. I've never watched Interstellar.
That movie makes me cry out of every orifice of my body. God, it's such a beautiful. It is, and when people tell me they didn't like Interstellar, I get offended. Like,
offended.
Yeah, I get pissed like old dim the lamp in the chat got offended at me saying video games thing. Like, I get that way. But what do you fucking mean Interstellar wasn't perfect? What do you mean? It was perfect. Like, God, I've watched it 100 times. I love that shit. Like, Interstellar, Shawshank Redemption. That's another one. Fantastic movie. Love, and now this is gonna sound real gay, but I love Moana. Fucking love Moana. It's a great movie. It's God. See the light as it shines on the sea. Love it. It's not.
What, are you gay?
Probably. Are you gay? No, like, it's not my top 5, but it's something about it. I just love that film. Coco, love Coco. I don't know why. Coco. And it goes back to something unrelated. When you make an original story based around like some ethnicity, it's so great. But if you just take a white character and you paint them black, it's stupid, right? So Moana was based off of like Maorian people or whatever, like people in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I probably got that wrong, but still, it's based on like that subset of people, and it's great. Coco is based off of people in Mexico. It's great. It's just Mexicans everywhere. It's fantastic. Got the Los Muertos, whatever, Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
God, it's fucking great. It's great, and it's like, it's I don't know. I always feel like it's silly. Titanic. No, Titanic's not in my top 5. It's a great film though. But it's not anywhere in there. God, I'm trying to think. What's just a?
I really love the Italian Job, the one from like 2005 or something. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it, Charlize Theron.
What was it? Where? No, it's that's where they have all those Mini Coopers. Right?
Yeah, the Mini Coopers.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I can't remember anything about that movie.
I love it. It's so fun. Because I love movies like that. I love heist movies that don't really have a lot of violence in them. I love the freaking Oceans movies too. Not the female ones. I love the ocean ones.
I like the first one. Ocean's 11. Is that what it's called?
Can't remember. I always get confused on which one's which, but I just love them because I don't really like violence. I don't really like gore and stuff like that. But I love a good heist movie that has all that fun.
You don't like gore.
Rom-coms into it. You got some action, violence. Adventure.
So like people shooting people in the face. You don't like shots in the face. But what if it's like not gory? They're just falling over.
Yeah.
Why do you not like violence, Blabs?
Do you hear yourself? Why do you not like violence?
Is there a reason you do not like the violence?
Yeah, I just can't handle the gore and stuff. And I'm like, oh.
Well, what if there's no gore?
I like Sunshine and Daisies.
Like you couldn't watch Hostel, like where they cut that chick's pinky toe off and it flies, or Saw. Those movies are brutal. Fucking love Saw. Saw was this weird, like, guilty pleasure of mine. This Saw movies are so bad but great.
I'm good.
God, I love them, and it has one of the Wahlbergs in it. I think it's Donnie Wahlberg's in those movies.
I like Donnie Wahlberg. He's in Blue Bloods. That's a fun show.
Yeah, he's great. Speaking of Donnie Wahlberg, Zeluk 777D20s says, I used to design and build fiberglass car subwoofer cases for a hobby as well. See how hard can push the stereo before the glass shatters. I miss it. I got old and 2 kids, barely have time for anything now, including games. Yeah, dude, that's how it is. And that's how it is. Like what is it? I didn't play guitar consistently for like 2 years at one point. So, and that guitar is like my main instrument, but I've been going hard as hell and getting my chops up, and I'm just having a good time doing it. Thank you, Zeluk. I love you. I appreciate you, your orange boy. We're closing in on the Naked Snake. We're about 70 away. Thank you so much, dude. Lawa Q says, I like no hard feelings. I liked no hard feelings. What is that? Is that a movie, Lawa Q?
I don't know.
Do you know, Blabs?
No.
You know all the Harry Potter trivia. You must know what no hard feelings is.
Yes, because that's totally Harry Potter.
It could be. Shit, I don't know. Blabs, damn. Omar Gonzalez says 1979 Phantasm. Oh my God. I feel like I watched that like actually kind of recently. But I can't remember anything about it.
Never heard of it.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google it real quick because now I'm curious because I feel like on 1979 Phantasm. All right, here we go. A teenage boy and his friends face off against a mysterious grave robber known only as the Tall Man, who employs a lethal arsenal of unearthly weapons. I definitely have not watched this ever. But now I really want to watch it. Yeah, I love really niche shit. You know what? Actually, I totally forgot to mention Return of the Living Dead is one of my favorite movies of all time. You ever seen that?
Nope.
God,
I don't see much things. See?
You don't see anything. It's because you go to bed at 4 a.m. How could you?
No,
ever
I wake
see
up
anything?
at 4 a.m.
You wake up. Oh yeah, you wake up at 4. Even way worse, actually. Way worse. Yeah. Do you wait? What? Oh yeah. Well, it's Saturday. You're off tomorrow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole reason you're here. We already discussed this.
That's why we planned it for the weekend.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. I couldn't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. What's up, Courtney? How you doing? It's the Jennifer Lawrence movie that she's getting totally naked in. Oh my God. I'm so excited. And even though I've seen her naked 100 times, right? But it's still, I can always use that, one more time. Holy Hell says Night of the Living Dead is the GOAT. Well, I like the black and white one. It's fantastic. The remake's okay, but the original's goated because Barbara's Barbara in the original. The remake, Barbara's like over the top badass for no reason. But Return of the Living Dead, which was John Russo, oh my God, what a great film. What a great film. He co-wrote the
Sure.
Oh, what a great movie. You need to watch that shit. It's gory, but it's like 1980s practical goofy gore. It's so great.
I don't know if I'm gonna see it.
Well, when I see you, it's gonna be Fireball and Return of the Living Dead. Hear me, Bloobs?
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you for agreeing to that. Kyle says, I liked War Dogs and Jump Street movies. Dude, Jump Street movies are fantastic. Gotta love it. Dude, I laugh my ass right off. I have no ass after I watch those movies. It's just on the floor.
It's just
gone.
Right off.
Mr. Awesome says, I like Return of the Living Dead 3. Return of the Living Dead 3 was actually completely individualistic from the whole series. And I really liked it too. It's like a completely different take on everything. Having to cut yourself, like self-harm, which is funny because like, I don't feel like you can make that film nowadays. But back then, like,
we can't make any film really nowadays. It's all just shit.
Yeah, they're basically this girl gets infected with a zombie virus or whatever, and she starts becoming a zombie, but she's still alive. And in Return of the Living Dead, the zombies are pretty much aware, but they have to eat brains to make their pain go away. And she figures out that if she self-harms, it makes the pain go away. So she's just the whole movie, she's just self-harming, and she's like, at the end of it, she looks like a damn Cinnabot from Hellraiser movies. She's got like freaking leather and like chains all over her face, like pulling her face and shit. Freaking crazy. It's great. It's a great movie. Cue ball going to my first Comic-Con tomorrow, mainly going because there are 5 to 6 CG artists and writers going there. Love CamelCast and meant to bring this up earlier. Asked Ripa when he's going on CamelCast. He was open to it. I emailed him a while back. I didn't get a response. I would love to have my boy on here. He's doing great damn things. So thank you, Cue Ball. I love you. I appreciate your orange boy. Closing in probably about 20 away from Naked Snake, 15, something like that. I can't do the math. Thank you. American Legend said, I really like your guest tonight. Oh my God.
Cheers.
Look
Hello.
how popular you are, Blabs. You're impressing all the boys in the chat. Yes. What nationality are you, Blabs? What's your heritage?
What do you mean my nationality?
Well, like what? So like I don't know what I am. I'm trailer parky, but I've never done the like whatever the 23andMe. You know how like people always like to do those tests to find out what their
like
ethnicity
ancestry
is?
and all that.
I never did it, but have you done that?
I never did it either. I just know, but I'm not gonna because I might get
No.
yelled at by people.
By who? The people that know you? Is that what you're saying?
No, well, I mean, not people that know me, but just people who might be like, "Oh, who are you now?" And then get some hate.
You belong in a subset of protected class of citizens, don't you? I mean, that's obvious. It's fine. No.
That's obvious. What do I look like to you?
I know what you look like, damn it. Yeah, look,
What?
I'm just trying to have wealthy babies one day. Look, come on, there's nothing wrong with that. Jay's gaping butthole says, I think you'd be an awesome dad, Cody. Jonathan Young Moana cover is awesome. You think I'd be an awesome dad? Well, I appreciate that. I
Good
think
job.
I would.
What's his name again? Eaton? Ayrton?
Ayrton.
I said Eaton.
Eaton. Yeah. See, Eaton. Yeah. Here's our son. His name's Eaton. He's a very hungry boy.
Wow. Yeah. Then you went from Ayrton to Samantha to just freaking Tom Riddle.
I didn't do Tom Riddle. You did Tom Riddle.
You said Voldemort, and his name's Tom Riddle.
No, I was saying that we wouldn't say his name just like Voldemort. His name could have been Eugene. We just don't say it.
I prefer Eugene.
You preferred Eugene over Tom Riddle?
Yeah. So
you're not like one of those girls that love Harry Potter, but also would name their kids Harry Potter names.
No, I'm normal.
So I'm normal. You wouldn't get a Harry Potter tattoo?
No. I considered it when I was younger, but everyone's got tattoos now. No offense. And I feel like people who have like a blank canvas are like one of the rare species. And so I like being one of them rarities nowadays.
Oh, you're just a badass. You're just pure of markings. No, I have cat dog right beside my penis.
Huh?
Cat dog. You ever seen that cartoon Cat Dog?
No, I thought you literally had the words cat and then dog.
No, it's just cat dog. It's like the cartoon of cat like image.
No, you don't. You've tattooed down there.
Yeah, no, like it's real. People in chat will confirm this. That I have it. It's not like it's like on my very, very upper thigh. Like right.
Okay, that's better than actually thinking it's like right there. I'm like, that must have been painful.
It's not on my penis. It is right beside my because my penis, is sitting there, and then it's like the cat dog's like right here. So it's beside it.
Sitting there. Okay.
Yeah, I love my cat dog tattoo. Billy says, "How much steel Naked Snake?" Let me just scroll it for a second. Beep 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 beep.
Math. Please hold.
Yeah.
Well, here's the fax numbers. Internet dial up.
I did the math wrong earlier. It's like $28.20, but I said like 15 earlier, so I would say like 13. I don't know. We're pretty close though, so don't stress yourself. Don't stress out, my friend. Please.
You're good with the accents. It's funny.
I'm good with accents? What are you talking about? What was that accent I just did?
I don't even know, but it was funny.
I don't even know either. I just that's my horse accent.
Horse?
Yeah, horse. Like neigh, like horses.
I know what a horse is.
You didn't seem to know what a horse was a second ago.
I thought you were saying horse like your voice is hoarse.
Jace. So I for some reason, I don't know why, but I feel like all horses sound like that. And every time I think about a horse like speaking in like a weird hypothetical situation in my mind, it always comes out in my mind as, did you know it is possible to be too attractive? That's like,
that just sounds like freaking Antonio Banderas.
Puss in Boots. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But I, for some reason, think all horses sound like that. And I can't stop.
I have a horse story for you. I'll share with the class.
Wait,
oh, hi, Wicked.
You're a white girl, though. Horse stories could be bad.
No, it's funny. It involves me landing on my ass.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, tell it now.
Hi, Wicked.
Hey, man.
Corgi. Let's see. So I was in California working, and I was riding a horse. And at that time, I had really pointy cowboy boots. I never recommend pointy cowboy boots ever again. I never owned pointy ones before. I always usually got like the normal ones. I used to be able to wear like kid-sized cowboy boots actually because I have really tiny feet, I guess. Um, and my foot got stuck in the stirrup because I wasn't used
Oh
to pulling my foot out
no.
so much that when I was dismantling the horse was just standing there, right? And I dismantled the horse with my cowboy boot, and my foot got stuck in the stirrup so much that I basically flipped on backwards, landed flat on my back with the horse just standing over me, looking at me like, "Are you okay, dude?" And I just wiped out. I had the biggest bruise like on my butt because I landed on my belt too. So I had the biggest bruise like right on like my butt / waist, and it was painful for like 2 weeks. It was like a giant blue spot.
I can't believe you dismantled the horse in front of God and everybody. Did you get arrested?
I didn't mean that way. I just meant like off the stirrup, you know. You got, but like.
Oh, you're talking about dismounted.
Yeah.
Okay, you're like I dismantled that motherfucker. I'm like, oh, well, that's.
Did I say dismantled?
That's
I said dismounted. Up. I thought.
Damn, Bloobs, I didn't know you killed some bitch. I just started dismantling him with a saw.
My freaking toe just got stuck in there. Just fell right off.
Yeah, I think the first time I ever got on a horse, I was so afraid because horses are huge and I was little, you know. And I got on a horse, and then immediately he just started freaking booking it, and then I just flew off, and it was terrifying. And like all my fears
I would never want
realized.
to be on a horse again if that happened to me.
Yeah, it was like my fears were realized immediately. So yeah, I was like, nah, never again, never again.
Never been on a horse since.
I think I have, but I can't think of how. Like it's been so long now. It's been 10 years, 20 years probably since I've been on a horse.
It's not that great for your back. It kills your back, kills your knees.
Yeah, and I already do heavy ass squats and deadlifts. I don't need to kill my back anymore, man.
Yeah.
Barely handle it anymore, Bloobs.
It shrinks it like compresses your spine, deadlifting and all that.
Yeah, and I'm not about to compress my spine any more than it needs to be compressed.
You could actually be like 2 inches taller, but you're just shrinking yourself.
Yeah, and I would be 6 foot finally instead of 5'11". I hate that shit. Like God, I would give anything to just be like officially
compressing. It would be shrinking. You're saying expanding. What's your height now?
I'm 5'11".
Right, so you can't ever be 6 foot.
No.
Sad.
It's so sad. Well, how tall are you, Bloobs?
5'3 3/4.
5 foot
3/4 really count.
Man, see, I'm so jealous of like women because women can be like whatever. They can just be whatever.
I feel like tall women like get the stick end and they're just like, oh my God, guys don't like us because we're so tall.
No.
We're like trees.
Dude, I love 6 foot tall women that are blonde and thin.
Go to like freaking Holland. That's where all the Dutch women are, tall and blonde.
Yeah, I love them, but I love all women. Like I love, as long as you're not like 400 pounds, I love most women. Like, you know, like
as long as you're not Lizzo.
Yeah, 4'10", 5'3", 5'8", 6'1". I'm down. You know, I like all the different like varieties. And it's just like as long as your face don't look like a goblin, I don't want goblin face. You know, and as long as you are not 400 pounds. Honestly, I would say not 170, if depending on your height. Because I've hung out with girls that are 170 and they're 6 foot tall and they are stacked, they're like abs and everything. But if you're 5'1" and you're 170, you best get out of here because you're gonna look like a damn softball.
You look like a Oompa Loompa.
And I'm not trying to have sex with softballs. You know, because it's not sexy, Blabs.
No.
You know, would you have sex with a softball? No.
No.
Like with a little penis? Because that'd be gross. Are you into fat guys, Blabs?
No.
No, of course not. Right? Do you think it is wrong for men to not be interested in women that are out of shape?
No. If it's equality, if women don't like out of shape men, then men don't have to like out of shape women. It's pretty simple. It's basic logic.
Damn straight. Agreed. Right? So like I feel like that's very, very reasonable. As long as you are within the realms of in shape. You know? Like and by in shape.
And I also would say that you shouldn't shit on people who are fat but are working out.
Yeah, sure.
All you should be doing is motivating them to keep going.
Yes, as long as if they're doing it, do it. Right? But unless they ask you to fat shame them, then you have to.
You fat shame me because it's a kink.
Dude, I've had people super chat saying fat shame me, please, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna.
You sack of silicone.
Yeah, we're gonna fat shame the shit out of them. Kyle, no, damn it, Lesser Logic, you stole my damn super chat. Kyle Braha, because as a 6'8" man, it's hell to be this tall. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I would not want to be that.
One of my best friends is 6'8". Yeah, he's been searching for his tall blonde woman for eternity, it seems.
Yeah, so
They're really useful though. Tall men are really useful to find people like in really crowded rooms, like in bars and stuff. Because you'd be like, "Hey, where's so and so?" And you just gotta look around, like,
it'd be
"There it
great.
is," and you just make your way to that direction. You
You could
find
go to
people.
like a live show and it'd be so great because you could
Yeah,
just see everybody.
dude. Whenever you get like piggyback rides from like people who are like 6'8", it's like a whole other world. It's like, wow, this is how you see the world. Like you see so much more, man. Like, great.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah.
shit.
I think 6'4" would be the absolute max I would ever want to be. Like if I could
Yeah.
pick my height, like somehow I could just pick it. 6'4" would be the max. I wouldn't want to go.
Like Kyle, you're a tree, dude.
You're just too big, Kyle. It's hell. It's hell, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. Again, Kyle's been going hard as hell with the damn gold boys today. We have one red boy from Billy Hatcher. Let's give him some love. I love you, dude. And Hayden and Karis are our pink boys today. And we got an ass ton of orange boys. Jay's Government Butthole, Q Ball, Zeluk, Low IQ Media, Perker Lambert, and Billy Hatcher. Thank you guys as well for all your love and affection. Imagine being 6'4" and someone standing next to you. God, dude, I've seen 6'8" dudes stand next to 6'2" or 6'3" guys, and it makes them look like babies.
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. It's just unbelievable. I couldn't even imagine. Oh God, did we hit naked snake? Yeah, we're pretty much there. I can't do the math right now, but we're there. I'll just claim naked. I'm claiming naked snake today. Halfway to fight milk, but we're closing in on the end here, so fight milk probably ain't happening. But I appreciate you guys. 2 army buddies who are 6'8". Sniper bait. Oh my God, brutal. Sniper bait. That's terrifying. Courtney Body says, Bodie says 5'5", and any dude over 5'9" could tell me he was 6, and I believe him. I'm in no way. Have no way of proving him wrong. Yeah, I've had girls tell me that. I've had girls tell me, like, it's like, dude, I'm 5'5" or 5'4". If you're over like 5'6", 5'7", you can tell me whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I wear my military boots everywhere because they raised me about 1.5 inches. So I'm 6 foot, like 6 foot and a half. Like when I wear my boots, feel very tall, sexy, which is the whole point.
Good for you.
Is there anything wrong with feeling sexy, Bloobs?
No. Why?
Is there times where you're like, damn, I feel just sexy as hell?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. How often is that? You're 27. How often do you feel sexy?
When I'm told I'm sexy by a certain somebody.
When you're what?
I said when I'm told I'm sexy by a certain somebody.
By a certain, can it be anybody, or does it have to be a certain one?
Has to be certain people. I don't want attention from random people. Be gone.
So if I DM'd you and I was like, damn, Labs, oh my God, your face is so symmetrical. Love it. Look at the fucking face you're making.
Nope.
I love how nice and even your face is. Mine's so asymmetrical, bro. It's awful. Look at it.
It looks the same on one side and the other.
No.
Yes.
No, one of my eyes is like 1 inch higher. You just can't tell because I'm correcting, so you can't tell.
Okay, if you say so.
Look how fat my nose is. Look how big it is.
Are you body shaming yourself right now?
Yes. Shaming is good. It's something we need to do to keep ourselves in tip-top shape, Bloobs.
Yeah, but there's nothing to be done about a face. That's nothing to do with weight.
Do you go to the gym?
Yes and no.
Wait, hold on. Labs, you can't do that. You can't say yes and no.
Yes, you can.
Well, elaborate, please.
I mean, like I go to the gym. Yes, but sometimes I don't go to the gym.
Oh, well, I do that too.
I also prefer do workout in pools.
So like
workouts
swimming.
are literally the best.
Yeah, I have a pool in my backyard, but I don't use it much because it's so fucking cold.
Oh yeah, no, but like if you do one of those small pools with like a treadmill inside of it and it's 94 degrees Fahrenheit, I will never leave. I love those because it feels like you're in like Pirates of the Caribbean as you're running because it's like slow motion because you're underwater. Fucking love it. That is my shit.
Yeah, I don't really.
And you do hardcore exercises in the water, squats, all those jumping jacks, because it helps support your weight. So like if you have medical issues, it's easier on your body and you're not so strenuous, but you're still getting a decent workout. I love those.
I really don't. I don't do much cardio. It's mainly lifting shit. That's all I really do.
Really lift that much.
Because cardio is like, once you have like a substantial amount of body mass, cardio attacks that shit. Not like high intense short burst cardio is pretty decent if you're cutting. But people tell me like I'll see girls that I start training. I train a lot of people, and I'll have girls that jump on the program, and they weigh like 99 pounds. They're like so thin, and I'm like, well, what do you do? Like, what do you do for exercise? Like, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I want to get buff, but not too buff, and I want to get toned, and I want to grow muscle. And I'm like, okay,
Just
well,
do a
what do you?
bunch of planks.
Yeah, but what do you eat,
Do a
Blab?
lot of core stuff.
And they're like, well, I eat like a banana and like some oats and like a coffee. And I'm like, that's all you eat in an entire day? I'm like, yeah, well, see, that's your one problem. You got to eat more. Because obviously they weigh 99 pounds. So you have to eat a lot more. And they're like, well, and when I work out, yeah, I usually just go for a run. And I'm like, yeah, you weigh 94 pounds. You can't do that. You don't retain muscle mass. I was like,
Nope.
so what you need to do is start eating.
You gotta bulk up.
Eat protein, eat a lot of shit, eat some carbs, and you need to go lift some shit. That's what you do. Because there's this weird common misconception in like media and film where like people that work out, they just go for a run. I'm like, that's working out to a degree of doing like long distance cardio.
But you're not actually really building up all that much muscle.
I mean, you can definitely lose like fat doing long distance cardio.
100%, but you don't really get abs from running, do you?
You're gonna lose muscle mass if you do long form cardio as well. So that's the whole issue. Is you want to kind of
core aerobic stuff is always the best for me.
You want a good balance, and to get that balance, you can't run long distance. You can do high intense cardio. You can do like a 3-minute burst at really fast speeds 3 times, and then do it twice a week and never touch that shit again. But don't do do not run for 45 minutes. Like
no.
there's a reason. Like people will be like, well, running is good because they don't know much about. They think exercise is you have to move, you have to walk or some shit. If you're 500 pounds, that's the only time walking is exercise. So, but if you want to see what running does to your body, Google long distance runner body, and you'll see.
They're like twig size.
They literally look like those little like goblin people in like the Faramir ruins in Skyrim.
Yeah, like their ribs stick out. Yeah.
Like they look like they just left a concentration camp.
Yep.
And they're running away from it.
That's also with speed walking. That's basically any type of like track, really, except for shot put, obviously.
Right. So, I would unless you are trying to do long distance running, like maybe you're doing an Ironman, maybe you're doing you're doing something to that nature, there's no other reason to do that form of cardio. Because unless you're wanting to do, because for example, some people don't want muscle mass, so that's fine. But a lot of people will tell me, I want muscle mass, and also all I do is run. I'm like, well, you fucking have to get rid of one of those because it doesn't work that way. Because you're those calories you're burning are going straight to your muscles. They're ripping them off. They're like, oh, I need some calories to burn, so I'm gonna burn your muscles, bro.
Do you want to hear a story of when I was doing like a gym class?
Yes.
Actually, kind of ironic. So I signed up for my like local YMCA. I signed up to go do some like water aerobics, just because I love water aerobics. It's so great. But the problem is that there were only old ladies doing this class with me. So I was the youngest woman there, and like everyone else was over 50. And you have to do this one exercise that's actually really hard when you get a lot of people going. It's basically running in a circle. Everyone runs together in a giant circle. And when somebody says turn, everyone just turns around and they start running the opposite direction. And it's like a giant wave and a current. So I'm basically doing this with like a bunch of 50 to 70-year-old women, and I'm exercising really, really fast in a pool.
Why are they all 50 to 70?
Because that was the only people who showed up. Nobody else my age would show up for water aerobics. They just go to the gym like normal people.
So do you see that as a red flag at all?
Well, I haven't gone since. They don't offer that class anymore. Like they lost the pool. They don't have the pool. They don't have access to the pool anymore.
You need to lift. Okay, so here's the plan, Bloobs. Here's the plan.
No lifting.
Here's the plan, Bloobs.
Do weights with your aerobics.
Fireball whilst Return of the Living Dead is on. And doing some sets of bench press. Just a few. At the same time.
Wait, what?
This is what we're going to do. This is the plan.
Fireball and feet, did you just say?
No, we'll do some bench press, just a little bit, light bench press, whilst drinking Fireball and while Return of the Living Dead is on. I'm trying. It'll be a fun. It's called Liftmas. It's like Christmas, but lift. Liftmas.
I'll pass.
I'm trying to help you. You want to work out with 70-year-old women instead of drinking Fireball?
It's been over a year and a half at this point.
So last time you went to the gym was a year and a half ago? Is that what you're saying?
No, I do stuff here. I got my weights, got my yoga ball. I have a yoga mat. I just do all my aerobics here. No problem.
Hey, man.
Planks, side planks.
Whatever works.
Supermans.
Do some damn bench press. Kyle Bracaw says, Camelot, do you do powerlifting at all? I don't do competitions, no. I lift heavy as hell, but I don't do competitions. Like I can bench is is easily my my top thing because I can bench I think 410. I got 410 for one like in October of last year. But 405 is like the comfort zone, and I work out with like 375, 385. So yeah, bench press my shit, but as far as squats and deadlifts, it's like 405 max. I can't do anything else. I did 475 on squat a few years ago, but I'm just not built for that shit for some reason. I have friends that can't even barely bench a plate, but they can squat 8 plates. I don't fucking get it. Like, what the hell's going on? So like some weird genetic abnormality. 40 likes until the goal, you freaking bitches. Get on it, doggone it. Mr. K says she's scared of lifting weights. Yeah. Do you have a lift weight phobia, Blab?
No, I just have a couple medical things that I shouldn't be doing lifting weights.
That's all you had to say, Blabs. Damn, you didn't have to be so cryptic. I'm not going to make you do
I
things,
like saying
Blabs.
these things publicly.
I'm not going to make you do things, Blabs, that could hurt you. Okay? Okay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't make you relive past traumas. Right? That's all I'm saying. Like, I care about you deeply. We've already talked about this.
We're getting a divorce.
That's later. That's way later. That's like in 2028, I think.
I'm taking Erican, whatever the fuck his name is. Erican.
His name's Erican now.
You can keep Samantha.
Oh my god. No, what? You don't like Samantha? What the fuck?
Nah.
I don't want a daughter.
Middle child syndrome. Fuck them.
No daughter. Daughters are bitches. Oh my god. What's up, Lester Logic? How you doing? Does 150-pound manhole plates count? What the hell's a manhole plate? You mean a manhole cover, Cerebus?
Like in a road?
Like in a road? I mean, if you're picking it up in the same exact way every day and then setting it to the side and then putting it back the same way, no, because you're not only working out one little motion. You gotta work out all the motions, baby. You gotta do the pelvic thrust. That works out your ass cheekies. Called RDLs, hip thrust, bench press. Then you got incline and decline bench. It's all your titties right there, and then some flies for your pectorals, like your little wingies. You got, there's a lot of shit you gotta do, man. It's a lot of shit. That's why you do it over the course of 6 days and not in one day. Because I've had people be like, "Hey, what about full body workouts like twice a week?" And I'm like, "No, we're not 14 anymore. It's not what we do." Right? You gotta spread that shit out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's bodybuilders out there that sell programs saying you can work out for 30 minutes once a week and get as big as them. And I'm like, no.
It's a scam.
No, that's called a scam. Yes. Because they're on trend to out the ass. They're on every drug imaginable to get them size, like HGH and everything you can possibly imagine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. I'm like burping and it's awful. We're going to do naked snake. Well, I'm going to do naked snake. I'm going to do naked snake.
What is that? Should I know what this is?
You don't know what naked snake is? How do you not know, Blabs? We've been friends for so long. You don't even know.
I'm asleep when you do your streams.
That is true, actually. Yeah, I didn't really realize that. Let me pull something up real quick and then we'll do it. And then I'll get the hell off here and let you go to sleep. I know you're tired as hell. The AI generated sponge. We could raid sponge, the AI sponge. I'm not gonna do that.
What's
Pippa's
that?
Streaming. I doubt Pippa. Let me see what time Pippa went live though. 2 hours ago. Pippa's definitely gonna be off like by the time I get done here. Oh, I can do yellow. Wait, no, Yellow Flash doesn't even have his thing. I don't think he has his thing. Nope, still won't let me raid Yellow Flash. That's cool. Let's do. Hold on 1 second. We will do. Fuck it. We'll do Daracuda. It's Pippa's birthday. Is it Pippa's birthday? There's no way it's Pippa's birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Pippa. It's a great name.
I'm scared. Okay. Look here. We'll set Pippa to be the raid target, and I'll check and see if she
make fun of you.
Yeah, Pippa's always making fun of me.
VTuber.
Oh, I can't raid Pippa. Actually, it's Pippa doesn't have raids on. What the hell, Pippa? Damn. But she might have taken me off the raid privilege because those Phase Connect was pissed at me. That might be true. That makes sense actually. Because I have raided her before. All right. here we go. Got that set. We're 25 likes away from goal. We're technically like $7 away from Snake a Snake, technically, after doing the actual math, but we're going to do Snake a Snake. I appreciate everybody in here. You goats, Face Connect must have blocked you. They must have, yeah. By the way, before we do this, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, I have a new video coming out. This video is the spiciest of spices. Okay, so make sure you share it for your Shadow Band boy. Give it some love. The last video we put out almost hit 60K already, which is insane.
Wait.
It's freaking awesome for my dumbass. So I appreciate you guys. We've had like 4 videos almost hit 100K just in the last 3 weeks, which is insane. So I appreciate all that. And make sure you share this new one. It's crazy as fuck. It's going to blow your asshole out the water. And the memes are plentiful. They're plentiful, boys. Get on it, dog on it. Checking in. Pippa's getting off. She's actually looking for someone on the raid. Okay, cool. Well, that worked out then. We're good. We're good. So I got it set up as Daracuda for right now. You're streaming Billy Hatcher. Billy Hatcher, I will raid you Monday, if that's all right with you. To spread it out, because I think I rated you more recently. Here we go. Let's do it. And thank you, Billy Hatcher, by the way. I love you. It's time for Snake a Snake. Let's go, boys. Let's get on it, doggone it. We're gonna have a good ass time. Thank you so much, Blabs, for being here. I look forward to our marriage and then divorce.
Yeah. And then alimony.
No. I'll be far too dead by then.
No.
Well, you gonna get it from my corpse, bro. So, all right, here we go. I gotta take my headset off real quick. Thank you, guys, real quick. My job search failed with a decade of experience. American Legend. Sorry to hear that, dude. Love you, Outlaw, too. Get on it, doggone it. Caliber call. 2 seconds. I won't be able to hear Blabs, but I'm gonna take this off.
So you can't hear me, guys. All right. What's he doing?
Darkness and silence through the night. I'm searching and I'm melting to
Why do I feel like I'm in the James Bond intro?
You guys ready?
what I feel in my heart, but you're so supreme.
Oh, sure, goes up. Is this part when they can say?
Not for honor, but
Oh, yeah. 179 times in a row, boys. Ooh, in my time, there been nobody else. This is for you, Blabs.
Oh, thanks.
Hope you're enjoying this. Crime, it's the way I fly to you, Blabs. I'm flying to you right now. Hope you hear this. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for 179 snakes in a row. Thank you so much. We have not missed a snake in over a year and 3 months. Legend of Ned with the Gold Boy. Thank you so much, dude. I love you. During the snakes. Steph coming in with a damn snake. I appreciate you.
I thought this was a James Bond intro.
It's close. I think that's what
so close. I'm like, am I in a James Bond movie?
Thank you, Steph. I love you. Thank you, Shadow Golf. Love you. I appreciate you. Take my $2, you attractive man. I appreciate you so much. You're so good to me in my time. There'd be nobody else. I appreciate you, Shadow Golf. Get on it, doggone it. I love you. You're good to me. You're too good to me. Thank you, Blabs, for suffering through.
This was actually fun.
Amazing. Amazing. It is James Bond inspired. Yes. We're still in a dream, boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Snake eater. We made it, boys. Thank you guys so much. The final bell is tolling right now. Hope you guys are ready. This is for the Blue Boys. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Thank you guys so much. Let's go. You ready? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Amazing. Thank you, Wicked Virtue. She got there at the end of it. Appreciate you, Wicked. Love you. Appreciate you guys so much. All the beautiful peeps in here. Oh my gosh. Do you have any plans for videos coming out, Blabs?
I mean, I kind of re-upload all that stuff from Instagram onto my YouTube. So that's about it. But any videos that I have actually go on the full Aussie or like side scrollers, never on mine. Check out side scrollers and full Aussie, guys.
That's true. Yeah, and I've been on side scrollers several times. So I'll be on there again. Yeah, it'll be great. Darakuda, I love you. Cerebus, I love you. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, boys. Don't forget tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that is noon Pacific. New video. Make Sandman, my boy. What's up, dude? You coming here at the tail end? I love you. I appreciate you so much. And also, real quick, follow me on Facebook. My Facebook is full steam
I've heard
now.
that in 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I just started it. I started it back. And I got my editors going ham on it, Ginger and Echolo. So make sure you follow me on there. There's going to be content like 30 times a day on there. So go give it some love, give it some kisses. Original memes only on there. There's already been like 5 today, and they're awful because Ginger's making them. And he sucks. So make sure you guys like that and give it some love. And real quick, I'm going to thank a few people before we log off this bitch. Billy Hatcher, you're beautiful. I love you. Your penis massive. Hayden, I love you. Karis, I love you. My boys, I think that's all the pink boys. Yes, all the pink and red boys already. Jay's gaping butthole, I love you. Cue ball, I love you. Zeluk, I love you. Loacu Media, I love you, my friend. You're too good to me. Parker Lambert, beautiful, beautiful man. And Billy Hatcher again with the Orange Boys. And of course, we got the Gold Boys today. Samantha, Hayden, Billy Hatcher, Kyle Bracall, my boy Kyle Bracall. Again, Legend of Ned. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are good as hell. I'm a Facebook dude, Evan. Well, there you go. Look at that. You got it. You can come to my Facebook and see the memes. It's a fun time to be alive. We're gonna raid my boy Darakuda. We're 9 likes away though. Before we leave, we're 9 likes away from the 500 like goal. We had a total of almost 780 people at peak tonight. I appreciate you guys. Everybody came to see Blabs, man. It has nothing to do with this.
Of course not. No, nothing whatsoever.
No one comes for that. No one. Trust me, I know.
Unless they're gay.
Unless they're gay, then they love it. Then they send me dick pics, which I love. We hit those likes in like 1 second. That was interesting. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna go ahead and raid my boy Darakuda. Thank you, Mick Sandman. I'm gonna DM you on Insta. Get on it, doggone it. I'll see you over there. And go tell my boy Darakuda you love him. Give him some love in the chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow in a video and Monday on the show. And Wednesday, I have a VTuber coming on the channel, a large VTuber, one of Pippa's best friends. Don't miss that show. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Say bye, Blabs.